Oh my goodness.
Oh my good. All right, I'm back. I'm back.
All right. We hanging out. We letting him do his thing.
Yep. Well, I'm back. I'm back. Bam. We're gonna go boom. Throw that
Also,
over
just as a
here.
top of the note here, just because it's on my mind right now, and hence the thing on the bottom of my screen at least. If anyone ever needs to talk about, personal life shit, whatever, not, I'm pretty sure Dak Kyler would vouch for this as well. Yeah, feel free to bring that up in a DM or whatever, not to either one of us, because
Oh yeah, of course.
your voice matters. So I just want to put that out there up front on the episode. So
Yep.
But-
You matter.
yes, sir.
Ironically, I've had to have a few of those conversations at work lately.
Well, I'll put it this way: it's better to have the conversations than not.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Agreed.
we'll say that because unfortunately, some people just, I don't know. You think you're a burden, but you're not. How about that?
Nope.
So,
We're just
You
we're
are.
just people just like you,
yeah, just human.
just trying to
Just
live.
human. Day by day, folks. Day by day.
I'm still behind right now. I didn't realize how far
you're-
behind I was.
Oh, you're golden.
Oop. It's a doc. It's not a sheet. I'm so used to using sheet.
Yeah, you got to pull it up on your iPhone, dude.
Oh no, I'm not using that anymore. I switched
Dude,
back.
I thought you loved it.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Is it weird that I get like a little kick out of the iPhone I use only as a webcam when it's just like, oh, you forgot to set me up fully? I'm like, no. You're
Oh,
fully
dude.
set up. Don't you worry about it.
My mine does the same thing. Same with my iPad I use for work. It's like you need to set me up because I don't have a Apple account on it.
Interesting. They allow you to fully skip that? I wouldn't think Apple would do that. That piece
Well,
of it, at least.
no. Okay, I think it's an iCloud account I don't have, so it can't back
Oh,
up.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Correction.
I was like, there's no way Apple gets to let you just, oh, you want to skip sign in? Okay, here you go.
No. Cool. All right, it's been a good week. It's been a kind of a slow week in tech, honestly. Not too much happened this
Yeah.
week.
A little bit here and there. So if we want to,
Mhm,
obviously, we can always dive into stuff and do our typical tech tangents if we need to, whatever gets brought about. So in the meantime though, fucking spin that wheel.
Ooh, before you spin it, let me pull you up.
Oh,
Or did you already spin it?
oh, it's spawned, dude.
I'll catch you on the back end. Oh no!
A couple.
Oh.
What'd we get? All right. What'd we get?
All right.
Assassin's Creed. We were giving it some I think pretty good shit when we were watching those trailers and whatnot. At least comparing it to others. How about Samurai games? How about that?
Yeah, that other one looks so much better. So this game is interesting. I have watched a lot of reviews on it. I don't know, have you?
Yes, to the point where a lot of them I kind of vibe with one where if you're used to Assassin's Creed and that style already, not the older stuff, but more of like the your Odysseys and god damn it, what was the other one? Valhalla or whatever those kind of games. If you're already used to those mechanics and stuff, then you can buy this kind of hence day one, and I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll probably jive with it. You'll probably jive with it if you've already played one before. So the thing that I found interesting about this was their wording for Assassin's Creed Shadows has passed 1 million players. It's not 1 million copies sold. That's 1 million players. So I'm curious because I don't know if you know, but yeah, it's Ubisoft, right? They're in a little bit of a hole right now. They're like they're short like $500 million. So this game needs to do really, really well. And so far they're touting it as it's doing well, but I don't know if it's from copies sold or from their like subscription service that they have. I think it's Ubisoft Connect or is what it's called, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I wonder if it's actually doing well or if it's just Ubisoft Connect boosting the numbers. Because everything that I've seen, this game is about a 6 out of 10.
It's not great, but it's a good time, if that makes sense. I'm trying to see if there's any like comparison or anything like that.
I think Valhalla was closest comparison, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I think they're trying to. This game is basically chasing that one now. I think, or Odyssey, one or the other.
So
I will say the one thing that they kind of pointed out. I want to say this game is also like 35 hours to beat compared to the other ones that are like fucking 60.
So another game that came out that recently that was kind of hyped that actually ended up not doing very well was Dragon Age, wasn't it? Dragon Age.
Yes, that game, Valgard or whatever it is.
Yeah, I wanted to look at that. I wanted to see how well that game did on day one.
How about this? I believe is this month or last month. It was already in PlayStation Plus. Like you could get it for free in a sense. I think
Dragon Age Veilguard.
Yeah, I want to say like 6 months after, maybe. That might be putting nicely too.
Dude, Dragon Age is not popping up on Steam charts. Am I typing it in wrong? I might be typing.
Dead, dude.
Oh, I found it. Okay, so we'll do 1 year because I'm not. When did this come out? It came out like.
I want to say 6 months ago. That's.
Oh, it won't let me click the 6 months.
See.
Oh, it must have been December 21st. Was it? No, it wasn't. There's no way.
No way. 3 months does sound pretty. Initial release date October 30. Am I reading this right? Yeah, October 31st.
Okay, I got all now. So it's peak players. Oh fuck me! It won't let me scroll over it. November 30th. It had 20K. All-time peak 60,000. All-time peak 60,000. So.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
In terms of games in the AAA segment, I guess.
Yeah, that's terrible. So what did Assassin's Creed get so far? I mean, granted, it just came out.
True. Is that with... Are they talking... okay, so they're talking 1 million overall then. What was Steam? I'm curious what the biggest... I would assume PlayStation is the biggest provider of that. But still.
So I think... I wonder if we're going to get any numbers specifically for Ubisoft Connect.
Probably not.
Yeah, okay. Steam's not showing anything for numbers at least. But let's look at Valhalla real quick. Valhalla's okay. Valhalla's
so
peak.
Shadows, I'm seeing 47, 24-hour peak. All time 47.
Valhalla's peak all time is 15 on Steam.
No way.
What? That's what I got here. I don't know if this is accurate. This seems kind of. I'm on SteamCharts.com though.
Yeah. So I trust that. Okay. 15. So is AC at a like console just dominant? I almost wouldn't expect that.
I kind of interesting. I feel like it's Ubisoft Connect dominant. I feel like it's their subscription service dominant more than but even then, like,
you think they would promote those numbers though?
What's something that recently came out in Game Pass that is also on Steam? There was one. It just
that is also on Steam?
Yeah. Man, I feel like there was a game that they. Go ahead.
I don't know why Pal World is the first thing that comes. That's not recent though, but.
Pal World's gonna be a bad example. Pal World's gonna be popping.
I know.
I'm gonna look it up and it's gonna have like.
That's the funny thing though. It's like
2 million peak.
I know. If you would let me look at this social media account thing, see if they post it, because I'm guessing that they're just gonna post 1 million players and counting. This kind of goes for it. Literally right underneath that, it says, "Oops." This is from the Assassin's Creed account. "Oops, we dropped some free game keys for Ubi Connect."
Okay.
And then the and the person right underneath that, it says, "And only 40K on Steam." Lol, right? So
yeah.
I think you might be right there. And it says, yeah, Steam players didn't get the memo because all-time peak is at 41 when this person corrected. And then how many of them are from, dude, you're right on the money. How many of them are from your subscription service?
Yep, that's what it feels like. Because like
so that's what it is.
That's okay. Just when I saw that, I was like, okay, all I'm seeing are like kind of like subpar like reviews for the game, so I'm surprised that you have such a high peak. And then it just didn't sound right.
Yeah,
1
and
million
then this
players.
person kind of like what you said in terms of we have to pay attention to the wording here because 1 million players, and then this person's like, I remember when companies used to say 1 million copies sold. So I'm kind of curious too, and like in this day and age, like for example, a view on a video is maybe, I don't know, someone watching your stuff for, I would say maybe 10 seconds. I don't know what it is on YouTube, but like I want to say even on TikTok or some shit, if it was like 3 to 5 seconds, it counted as a view.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep, they do.
So in terms of a player in a game, I wonder if they have to like play for over, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour, or however long it
or if
takes.
they just load the game, start it up, and then it's counted.
Yeah, it's like as soon as they create that story file, it's like boom, that counts.
You're a player. You signed up.
You're a player. You counted. It counts. The fact that they dropped some codes to Ubi Connect, and everyone else is calling them out on it. Yeah, I think you hit it right on the money.
I won't be buying this game.
No, you don't have to, because you just go to Ubi Connect, dude.
Oh yeah, there we go. We got the free. We got the free codes. I just I like
so hard if those codes were not used.
I have Valhalla too. I just never played it. The only Assassin's Creed I actually liked was Black Flag, and I hear this from a lot of people actually.
Oh, that's the one I always hear in terms of when people last played in AC that they loved.
It was Black Flag, dude. The ship, everything about it was amazing.
Well, not just that too. I'm trying to think. So typically, I want to say, granted, this game did get delayed because I do not remember the initial release date they were trying to hit. Because typically Assassin's Creed games come out October-ish, I'd say.
Yeah,
I want to say usually around the Black Friday point is either that or they come out early November or something. Because I remember one of the Assassin's Creed games, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of fun, and just waiting not even a month and it dropped to a sale of $35 instead of the typical 60. So
Oh, dude.
I'm kind of curious if, because there's no like holiday window that they have to hit, I wonder if this allows them to hang out at the $60 price point a little bit longer, which then I guess they're just going to try to push you to UB Connect so you can play it over there for cheaper, just so they maybe get those player counts up, but still.
That's a good point, actually, because there's not something hot coming around the corner.
Yeah.
To,
yeah, there's really nothing competing with it, honestly, that I'm aware of.
So I went to Steam DB, and Dragon Age Veilguard is at 89,000 all-time peak.
All-time peak, okay.
Yeah, so they're getting smashed by one of the worst games of the year.
Dude, UB's... Oh, okay, so, I don't know. Let's just put this scenario in place then. You're in charge of Ubisoft. What do you do? Obviously, they're just getting hammered.
Ooh, that's rough. What are all the IPs that fall under Ubisoft? I feel like they have quite a few good ones.
I want to say just off the bat, I want to say you got to change your gameplay style up.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like maybe it's not fresh anymore. I guess maybe you're relying too much on the past while just putting in some new skins on something.
Oh yeah,
that's my guess, but
yeah, like Assassin's Creed is the same game, just fucking smacked with a different mom.
It's the Madden of Assassins.
Ooh, they have Ghost Recon under there. Like,
oh yeah, they've never done a Sam Fisher shit, and people get pissed at that.
Yeah, dude, reboot the Ghost Recon. It's like the fucking A. They got Watch Dogs. Did you play Watch Dogs?
Skull and Bones.
Oh my god, we don't talk about that
one. You mean Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
Oh man.
Let's see. Oh, obviously the Far Cry series, but I think people are. Let's just say this:
the Far Cry.
People get tired at a certain point of a formula.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand you don't want to change it too much. I want to say, I can't remember what dev said this. Someone made a good point where it's like, when you're making a new game, there's like three pillars of what you have to do, and one of them was like, you don't change it up too much, and then basically you slightly tweak some improvements or add just a little bit to make it different.
To make it interesting.
Completely makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else you got?
I would agree, actually.
Oh.
Did you? Okay. First off, since we're talking about games, real quick, did you watch the Future game show?
I didn't watch it in full. I did see one. What did I send in a chat?
Neither did I. I skipped through it, but there was one really cool game. I can't remember what it was called now. There was one really cool game that I was like, oh, yo, this is like Doom, but multiplayer.
Oh, shit. That's dope.
Future.
It's hard with those. I feel like they always need, besides maybe, I don't even know if IGN posts that crap, but I always feel like those shows need a TLDR. Just give me a playlist trailer.
10 seconds of each one. The highlights of everything.
Yeah.
What was it called? I'm scrolling through real quick.
I don't know.
Deathground looks sick too.
Because it'd be like, oh, your attention span can't handle a full trailer now? Good God, you fucking nerd.
Bro, have you seen Kingmakers?
Is that a trailer?
Yeah, that was one of the games. Okay, so it wasn't announced during the show. It's been announced for a while, but it's the game where you're in medieval times and you're fighting with modern weapons. Yeah.
Well, not just that. It's the trailer too where he's like in a vehicle and he's running people over, isn't he?
Yeah, and they're trying to pike you and shit. They're like,
is that multiplayer?
Oh, I hope so, man. I hope so.
I hope so too. I gotta look this up.
Is that? Yeah, it might be on Steam already.
Ooh, Unreal Engine 5, dude. That'll run fantastic. Yeah, single player and multiplayer modes. Yep.
Nice. I'm hyped on that.
Sold.
Oh, this one looked good too. Pioneer, or however the fuck you say it.
God, I just love the quirkiness of some of these games that just get released.
Yeah, so I actually didn't even know this game show was a thing.
I didn't either, actually. I was like, what the fuck is IGN posting? I'm like, oh, okay.
And then I skipped through and watched some clips, and I was like, oh wow. there's some like really cool games here. Painkiller. That's the one that's like Doom, but if you get a chance, you should definitely watch the trailer for that. It actually looked really good.
See, I'm just briefly like
going
past
and this
it.
is something.
What the hell? How is this not like a? That is a straight ripoff.
Yeah, right. But it's actually an old game. It came. It's been around since like 2005 or 2006 or something. It was on the original Xbox, if I remember correctly.
2025 coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wish list it. It's you said multiplayer, or is it co-op?
Co-op.
Oh, online co-op. Okay.
At least that's what they made it sound like. Yeah, 2006. It came out on the original Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? Must have been just deep in Halo, I guess, or so.
Yeah, we were so deep in Halo.
I was like, just don't even worry about it.
Dude, you're never gonna watch a Ubisoft present and expect to see Kingmakers. That's the thing that Ubisoft is fucking up. You know what I mean? When you watch a Ubisoft Connect, you're like, okay, I'll see Assassin's Creed. He's gonna jump on a building. His 2 knives are gonna pop out of his fucking shit. And
don't forget the eagle cry.
Yep, the eagle. Yep, forgot. Oh, damn it. Fuck, my bad. Oh, Watch Dogs. Yeah, we're gonna watch him hack a camera, and he's gonna stand along a wall, and there'll be like, dude, come on, bro.
Okay, so I'm starting to see a theme with Ubisoft. All their games are the same, with a different tweak, if that makes sense. Every single one of them. Yeah,
okay, Assassin's Creed has the eagle. Watch Dogs, you have like the hacking tool. I played the first one. I didn't play the second one. I hear the second one's still pretty good, but I mean, whatever. Far Cry, you have like the towers, I guess. But aren't they like
guns at this point?
Yeah.
It's just missions on a mini map, all this other stuff, and I don't know. They're kind of just boiling all into each other. It seems like
they're the same fucking game.
The only different one, and probably why it's still, because I don't know if anything competes with it in this genre, maybe, is Just Dance. They're probably like,
okay, guys, woo!
We got Just Dance. We got Rabbids. We got all this. Like, come on,
dude. Weren't they? Did they? I know people were really hyped on a Prince of Persia game. Did that ever get released?
I think so. They've had a few that they get released. It's just they don't follow up with stuff. Well, actually, I think the like 3D normal like AAA Prince of Persia, that one probably got delayed. I think because I know there's a 2D version as well. That's more of a roguelike. And then well, I was just looking this up. Oh, Immortal Phoenix or whatever that game was called. That one, a lot of people gave it, I don't know, your 7th, 8th, whatever not. And I don't think there's a second one coming on that.
Immortal Phoenix, that was the one that was like Zelda, right?
Yeah.
I played that on the Switch. Apparently they own Trackmania too.
Okay, that game's fun.
Which is
it's just they don't. I don't think they promote shit.
No, that's actually pretty dope. I'll give them that. But owning Tom Clancy, dude, let's do some shit with the old Ghost Recon. Yeah, I loved those games. I'm not gonna lie.
No, the sneakiness. Well, I'm actually very curious.
I actually really like the Division too, but I mean, I got it after everybody else did, so I didn't have a partner.
True. I think Division, which is kind of funny that they got rid of Heartlands. I feel like it fixed that. It made people's itch for the third party, almost like that's not Gears because it's not in the same art style and that kind of stuff, but that take cover and shoot kind of mentality.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely like, it was one of the first extraction shooters style, wasn't it? I guess it wasn't exactly an extraction shooter, but
the black, what would they call it, the Black Zone or whatever it was.
I think it was Black Zone or Dark Zone or whatever.
Dark Zone.
It was
whatever.
a big old circle. That was unique. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was cool. As soon
as you enter it, it's like you can take whatever gear you want, but if you find some real people,
you're dead.
You have to call in the helicopter. Yeah.
They own Anno too. That's actually pretty cool. Anno is a dope game. I would never play it because it's massive, but Anno is pretty cool. Okay, so they have.
I also feel like.
man.
Ubisoft needs to help out the indies. I feel like.
Oh, I agree.
Think about it.
I mean, there
are
even
some... EA does that.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
There's a few smaller games on here, but they're still like big known people. You know, like Rabbids and Rayman. Like those are smaller against like Assassin's Creed and
big time.
But they're big names. People know them.
Yeah.
I guess they have the South Park games too. So that's pretty cool, I guess.
That's lucky on them, I guess.
Yeah. I think
because the reasons why those ones hit is because they're different.
Mm-hmm.
You need some different flavors in there.
Yeah.
Every other game of yours is
the same
shit. Just big old open world. Either put assassin blades in the hands or a gun.
Yeah.
And then it's the same shit. Like
call your birds.
Call your bird. Call your bird. Call your drone. Call your whatever.
Like I like those kind of games, but in like you know what game actually did it right? I feel like was always the I always liked the Tomb Raider games, like the newer Tomb Raiders. They were so good. I enjoyed the shit out of those.
Square Enix on those ones.
Yes. I believe it got sold off though, didn't it?
Oh, maybe.
I think someone else owns Tomb Raider now. I was really hoping
those ones are getting, because I don't know, those kind of style of games nowadays. Hell, even Indiana Jones was getting this comparison. I don't know about now when
Indiana
the game's
Jones
finally
is
out.
Apparently, really pretty.
I know. I need to download that and play it eventually.
Yeah, but, I want to try it.
I just feel like anytime you get an adventure-ish kind of game like that, Tomb Raider, indie, or anything like that, they're like, oh, Uncharted, like. Sure, Uncharted's a great. If you're comparing it to Uncharted, I don't see a problem in that. In my opinion.
Uncharted's amazing. Uncharted's really good. I love.
That's not a knock against it.
No, I love like it had it all for me. You know, the puzzles, the shooting, the hunting. It had it all for me, man.
It was a good pace.
Yeah, I actually played all of the Tomb Raiders that came out more recently, not the old ones.
What was it? I think it was the second one. I remember it was a good couple of year gap doing this, but I got to a point in the second one where I was like, I swear to God, I'm pretty sure I've played this. And I'm like looking through. I'm like, yep, I've played this.
Yep,
it just I had to get to a certain spot where I was like, it just feels too familiar. But it's still up to that halfway mark or whatever. It still felt pretty good.
Dude, and those games, like, if you were to load one up today, they hold up. But
yeah,
also,
graphics-wise and everything, yeah.
Also, they, the developer doesn't hold back to, like, when a new RTX, like, update comes out, they like, push an update for the game, because the game's just so pretty.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, Assassin's Creed, whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm not excited. If I could ever get it for free, I'll play it.
Which I could easily see them again. Watch this come to PlayStation Plus and dude, end of summer.
It's not even gonna beat. Oh man, I just closed it, didn't I? It's not even gonna beat Dragon Age Veilguard. It's just not.
No. Well, like I said, that already is on PlayStation Plus within the 6-month time frame.
Man, I kind of feel bad, but honestly,
vote with your wallet. That's what's happening.
There's nothing from Ubisoft that I want to get right now.
No, and this is why I still stand by. Don't unless reviews come out, kind of makes sense. Whatever, not because then you kind of get the taste of some stuff in terms of the whole pre-order thing. Because nowadays we get reviews before a game actually drops. But typically, don't pre-order, and also don't pre-order for this like early access of like 5 days ahead of schedule kind of thing.
Pay the $100 to play the game early.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
No. No, you're just paying $100 to play the game when it was supposed to come out, but they're like, we could weasel a little bit more money out of you because the game's fucking ready. Just release it.
Yeah, we're gonna prey on your patience level. Because why the hell not?
I can't think of a single game that I don't have enough time in a week to even pay that much to make it worth to play a fucking game early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unless you dedicated yourself and it was like you took that day off or something.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't see, even for like I have no idea what game I would even pay extra to play
do that
early.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think any game, I don't know, deserves that in my opinion. But
no shot, dude. No shot. Eat my booty cheeks.
See what else we got next. 2 million players. 2 million players. 2 million players. Let's go. Oh, speaking of some. Oh, wait. Which? Oh, okay, it's gonna land on that one. Well, the good old Pixel 9a.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. We're going to talk about this next week because we're going to delay that conversation just like Pixel 9a got delayed. But
man,
overall, I think it looks great.
I think it does too. It looks clean. Like these are official images, right?
Yeah. These are the real deal. So
that's
the links were correct.
Super clean. I like the flush at the back.
Oh, super. I was gonna ask. So, is your buddy gonna get
it? Probably not. He's considering buying the Pixel Fold 2 right now.
Okay.
And I told him,
because I looked on the store, a bunch of stuff was on discount.
I told him to do it because I know eventually you'll get bored of it and I'll be able to get it from you.
There you go. There you go.
I told him to do it. I told him that I would buy him a case and all of his screen protectors because I know it'll be mine eventually.
So you can protect your phone.
Yeah. I was like, I'll get you a nice ass case and screen protectors.
You're future proofing it for yourself already.
Yep. So we'll see if he does it. These look clean though. I think they look really clean. I love the flushness on the back, and I wonder what they had to remove to be able to do that.
Did they remove it or did they make it thicker?
Did they make it thicker? Do we have dimensions?
What's the?
It doesn't. According to the photo, it doesn't look any thicker than my current phone, really.
True. Yeah.
Like based off like the buttons and such, you know.
Yeah, and hence the joke earlier in terms of it being delayed. Supposedly, we're not going to get an answer of this, but Google delayed it until April, just so they can, since there's a small batch of them having some form of an issue, so they can kind of get that out of the way before it gets actually shipped out to people. Which luckily it's not up for pre-order, so they're not at least taking people's money without something getting shipped yet.
It's their budget phone anyway.
Which fucking clap that out for Google there, because iPhone, what the fuck you doing, dude? What Apple, what are you doing? Your budget is whatever, $700.
Yep, $500, baby.
No. You gotta stay under $499 to be considered budget territory, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, it's fucking $500.
Well, no, which is funny though, because with Google stuff, it's $500 now, but I don't know, give it 6 months. Hence why I asked.
It'll be $449.
Yeah, you get the homie discount. Obviously, that's usually the cheapest route.
Yeah, I can get it off him for $200.
I said, why do you think I asked?
Exactly.
But the 8A, if I looked at that, I want to say that was $350 or so now. So it's like, how long are you willing to wait? Luckily, you don't have to wait too long typically with Pixels, and you get a 7-year update cycle, which is nice with these phones. Also, biggest battery in a Pixel so far. I'm assuming the 10 would have at least, I don't know how you wouldn't. I'm assuming the 10's gonna have the same size.
Is it really the biggest battery?
Yeah, 5100 milliamps. But they don't mention. I think that's not bigger than mine.
Is it?
I didn't hear the tech behind the battery though, because a lot of these new phones are coming out with it's almost like it's not solid. Is it solid state?
Yeah,
it's some form of new battery tech, that can like almost like stack on top of each other in the same footprint in a sense. And so a lot of these phones coming out this year, whether it be OnePlus, Samsung, are able to get away with a little bit more juice in the phone, making it hold a little bit more. So no one, even NKHD or anything like that, didn't mention it. So
it's literally 40 milliamp bigger than my phone's battery.
You have the XL or the whatever they call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was like, wait, I swear mine's like over 5K. Let me take a look real quick. Holy moly guacaroles. How did they do that? Because they recessed the camera too. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the inside.
Yeah, so it was just weird because well, embargo wise too, the reviewer, well, it's not. I always see them as reviews, but they're not. They're all those videos up now are impressions of the phone, just because they don't have them fully just yet. Because I guess embargo wise, they were only able to show the back, the front, and if the screen was on, it was only the home screen of the phone. They couldn't show anything else, or they were not supposed to, at least. How about that?
But want them to put the fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone again.
They could.
I miss that,
That's the
dude.
funny thing. That's the funny thing, because it's like you just did that just to make you like have something new, just for the sake of new. But what does it do compared to on the back? Or hell, I've always loved the phones that have it on the power button.
Power button, yeah, that was the other option that I was thinking. Because Samsung does it on the power button. It's like
also on your phone.
It works. It works, but dude, the one on the back was like, it was literally the fastest fingerprint sensor. Well,
oh yeah, it was instant.
Yeah.
Not just that, but on your phone, is it the, what do they call it now? Is it because it's the same one as Samsung, right? The optical or whatever they call it.
Underneath the screen fingerprint sensor.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so.
Because I would at least hope then this 9A has it. Because I know it's two different.
It's fast. It's reasonably fast. It's just like the one on the back, dude. My phone didn't even have to think about it. You know, it was like, well, I tapped it. It was open.
Perfect too, because as soon as you're like, if you're reaching your pocket or something, your finger.
You can tap it, and it's opening.
Yeah, chilling there.
Yeah.
Right on the logo. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because I don't think there's an excuse for material wise.
No, because you're still using
plastic.
A fingerprint sensor. You know what I mean? Either way, you're using one.
Dude, if anything, what they could do is just use that as a nostalgia kind of thing if they really felt like it, bring that back. But
it would be cool in the A series. Just like throw it in there, man.
True.
Throw it in there. Yeah.
So I just want to see this thing out in the wild.
Question: have you had an A series Pixel?
Not me personally. Let's see. I've had the 3, and then I jumped to the 7.
So
yeah, because I went 1, 3, and 7.
Wow. That's a big jump. That's a long wait.
Yeah, because I don't get me wrong, I've messed with it, hence why I have one in my drawer kind of thing. I've messed with a 3A just because it's literally like exact same size and everything as the 3.
So would you get an A series?
Honestly, yes. Because I'm not joking with you on this, and hence why, again, I asked you in terms of your buddy. But I was like, oh, I wonder what the trading value is for a, like, quote, normal phone versus a, the 9A. And obviously I couldn't check because it said coming soon and I wasn't able to mess with it. So I was like, oh, let me see the 8A. And just see what kind of trade-in value I get. Even for a good quality phone, in a sense. I think they were only going to give me like $90. I was like, what the fuck?
Interesting. $90?
90. And I understand that in a sense, because correct me if I'm wrong on this, when I feel like Google also has better deals on their watches versus their phones sometimes. But I want to say typically right when something is released like that, and I'm curious if Google's waiting for this phone to actually be like released to then offer up if you trade us in a phone of whatever sort, you get $200 instead of 90 or whatever it is.
Yes, you're right. That's how we got our Pixel 9s for cheaper. I don't remember exactly how much they gave us for our Pixel 7, but it was a healthy chunk. It was like $400 or $500.
And see, yeah, that was a good chunk. That's what I was expecting. I was like, if I only have to pay
$475,
I don't know, $150 or $200 for, going from 7 to 9A, I'm like, shit. Even if it's a quote unquote downgrade, I guess, whatever. Not, it's like I'd be completely fine with that. I don't think so either. You get no camera bump. You get the 7-year updates. You get the screen size. I'm pretty sure this iPhone 13 I'm looking at it would fit exactly within that mold. Like that's the size I would think it would be. And not just that, but like shape and everything.
I actually want a smaller phone for my second phone too, because both of mine are like the big ones.
Oh, okay. No, and I think this one would be great. And it was, oh my goodness, it was hilarious just watching those videos, just because, dude, people have gotten to the point. Granted, people be trolls in comments, you know, like Clueless Puma over here, what a troll. But freaking people were complaining about the bezels. I'm like, are you kidding me?
What?
They're like, the bezels are dummy thick. I'm just like, bro, the
They're
bezels
really not,
are even
though.
all around, and I'm just like, all right, let me see this. Let me see this full gallery. Is it gonna show it? That's the outside. That's the video. Oh, they don't show it. Why do you only show the back? What, are you scared?
They're really not that thick, though.
They're not, and it's just hilarious.
Like comparatively, I was just staring at my phone, looking at the screen. Yeah, they look.
Let me
they
see
look fine.
Pixel 9a, like
bezels are dummy thick.
Dude, dummy thick. I'm like, that's what you have.
Said that.
If that's the only thing you're complaining about, then it's like, okay, whatever, that's fine.
That's words that actually came out of someone's mouth. That's crazy.
Dude, people be wild.
Dude, be wilding out here.
What up, bro? Yeah, so let's see. Okay, yeah, let's see if I can just click on it here. Yeah. I don't need your whole video of this stuff.
yeah, we got it.
Where's the front? Where's the front? I'm kind of seeing that person's hand. It's like, dude, we're worried about the bezels that much. Dude, these freaking manufacturers, though, always just showing phones. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this bad boy. 6.3 bezels all around circled. Yeah. Until the tech gets better with no selfie cam being shown, then it's just like, dude, this phone looks fine. The most shiny phone I've seen in my life. Yeah, $499. The funniest part too is, so, all right, typically everyone else is taking a page out of Apple's book, but let me see if I can find it.
Okay, so it has the same screen as the Pixel 9. Weighs a little less.
You guys see any similarities here?
Camera's a little square.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, that looks like a Pixel.
Welcome to the Apple Pixel. I just thought that was funny.
A little less RAM. You still get the Tensor 4.
8 gig, yeah. A lot of people were actually making, I wouldn't say complaints per se about the RAM, because again, we'll have to see when it actually gets people are able to actually review the damn thing. Just because a lot of people are saying the 8 gigs, you'll have maybe some AI constraints.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do with AI? What are you gonna do with AI? What are those
dude,
people
I gotta set so many timers, bro. Dude, I'm the real deal, man. I put AI to the fullest, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's just like what
I got to know the weather, my timers, my alarms.
That's
I'm a businessman, okay?
It's just like the people that have $500 to spend on a phone don't give a fuck about what their AI can do. You know, if you care about what your AI can do, you're gonna spend like $1,200. That's 13. You're gonna spend $2K. You're gonna buy the new RTX fucking graphics card. You know what I mean?
5090s, boys. I'm making my own. Yeah. No, yeah. $499. You're spending it literally for battery life, in my opinion. Battery life. I get security updates for 7. Boom, done, sold. Like, in a weird way, like. Dude, what phone are you getting? What phone are you selling your grandma, kind of thing? That's all they're gonna care about. How do I operate this thing, and how long does it last?
Is it easy? Is it gonna last a minute?
Yeah.
It's pretty okay. So you get half the charging speed, 23 watt fast charging. 7.5 watt wireless charging, so it's literally half of what the Pixel 9 is. Bigger battery,
but when your battery is bigger,
less RAM. There's not very many different 48 megapixel wide, 13 megapixel ultra wide. Okay, wait, the cameras are extremely different actually.
Yeah, we got 13 front, 4K rear, which makes sense. Yeah, they don't have the the optical. No, they have optical. Okay,
but they're good. They're good cameras either way. Like, dude, if Google re-released the Pixel 1, I'm sure that camera would be baller because their software is great.
I know. I'm sad that I can't boot mine up. That'd be legit.
Oh yeah, because it's dead, huh?
Yeah, it's dead as shit.
Is it just the battery?
I think so.
I've
even tried charging it. It just blink. I think it blinks red or whatever.
Before the next show, I'll dig out my old Pixels because I think I have a Pixel 1 that'll still boot.
Oh, dope. Yeah, it's kind of interesting though too because we have a 5100 milliamp hour battery, so biggest in Pixels lineup, and I'm assuming it's just a marketing thing in terms of as soon as it goes past 100 or maybe just to 100, they just cap it right there and call it good. Because it's just funny how all three phones say up to 100 hours, and you'd think this one would go
probably
past that for the others, but still.
I was trying to look at and see if there's any extreme differences in the specs, but there's really not. So I'm not sure what they removed to be able to inset the cameras like that.
Yeah, true. Does it not go? It doesn't show thickness or anything, does it? No, at least on this website.
No. Oh,
on Google's own.
Wait, dimension.
Did they make it thicker?
154.7 by 73.3 by 8.9. This doesn't sound right. Oh wait, it is 0.3 thicker. So the others are 8.5 millimeters thick.
Okay.
And this one's 8.9.
Yeah, because no one's talked about their, again, if that new battery tech is in there or not, but.
You have a ruler.
Getting real technical with it. Yeah, because you get refresh rate, all that stuff. Yeah, either way, $499. Good old the Pixel lineup is literally its software comes first kind of thing. So
yeah, I'm impressed.
I think hats off to them for the most part.
Thumbs up for Google, man. Good job.
Budget phones in general, they gotta be less than 500 in my opinion. And unfortunately, I don't know, in a weird way, if Google, if this was vice versa and they decided to release theirs for 550 or 600, just because they thought they could, I guess you would see an instant sale with it, which at that point you'd be like, okay, that's fine. Whereas Apple, that thing is the 10 or 16e, that thing's not going down. That's the bottom of their ladder now, which is well, unless they want you to get used phones for some reason, but no company typically wants that to happen.
So real quick, I got in my buddy's car today, and I sit down in his passenger seat, and I see his Pixel on the dash, and then he's got 2 iPhones in his cup holder. I'm like, bro, you literally walking around with 3 phones? They're both
what are you, a tech reviewer?
They're both iPhone 15 Pro Maxes, 2 of them.
Why 2 of the same?
I don't have an answer for you. He said he wants to get rid of one, and I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Dude's got that freaking baller burners there.
Yeah, straight up.
Most people are rocking Nokias or some flip phone or some straight talk wireless kind of shit. He's over here rocking iPhones.
Yeah, he gets them all on contract from Xfinity, and then he pays them off and slings them like they're hotcakes on the school parking lot.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, not the school parking lot piece, but I did see another. I don't know. People, I think they're just trying to reach for stuff now. They're talking about how the 9A won't have satellite connectivity.
Oh,
we're definitely at a point where, again, whether it be this AI stuff or that kind of feature, How often is the normal person using that stuff?
Yeah, I have it. I don't use it.
Yeah.
It's cool, but I haven't needed it.
You know what feature I think my phone can do, but I've never used before, is charging stuff off the back of it.
Yeah, I've used that once for charging my headphones.
Just to show someone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was just to show somebody that I can charge my headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those features where if they took it away, I doubt anyone would hardly notice it unless like The Verge or someone made an article or something about it.
Well, it's like, I don't want your phone has a finite amount of battery. Why do I want to share it? What am I
that way you can listen to that way you can listen to music when your phone's dead.
Them sweet boner jams. it's like, it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna charge someone else's phone and then my phone's gonna be dead now.
Yeah, like, can we take two of our phones and just have them both be charging and just
they're
in a constant state,
infinitely charging each other? That's how you get free power, man. It's like plugging the power strip into itself.
Oh God, it's like when EV people would say that. I go, bro, if you just, since some EVs can like, power their house or whatever kind of stuff, they're like, what if it just plugs into itself? I was like, oh my goodness.
It just forever is charging, man.
Just gonna lose its shit through heat and whatever not. Oh man.
Pixel 9a though, cool. I'm excited. Google, props.
Fix their shit and hopefully it's good to come out. I don't know. Hopefully beginning of April. Honestly,
just such a good price. Just such a good price.
Yeah, which makes it hard when they're scrolling past like the 8A and everything. You're like, damn, but I could get a phone for $300.
Yeah. It's like, do I spend the 1100
too? All right. So the EU versus Apple. This is round 2. Fight. Did I not have it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so now this is a complaint about Apple and their garden when it comes to smartwatches now, for the most part.
Yeah, this actually, we should just take this and go into the Pebble topic because these tie in together. This would be great. That's all I have to say. I want the EU to push this all the way through, just like they did with the power connector.
Oh, thank God. The
USB-C, baby. USB-C. Fuck the lightning port.
Yeah, thank God. Fuck the lightning port.
So,
dude, I hate when I have to charge my webcam. I'm like, damn it, I gotta go get another cord. As first world as that sounds.
Yeah. You know what we need to do for both of ours? We just need to get the lightning to USB-C and just like have one permanently plugged there. Because you can never use it for anything else anyway.
Yeah, true. It would stay in the phone.
Yeah, it would never leave. But so basically what this would allow is other, how do you describe this specifically? Because what is it? It opens up the phone to be able to communicate better to non-Apple products. Or
Correct.
just iOS in general, actually, because it goes with MacBooks and it goes with even the smartwatch itself, the Apple Watch. It'll help it all. Go ahead and
Well, so this morning I was watching the Waveform podcast, which is MKBHD's thing. And I guess supposedly, I didn't know this. I knew it was bad in terms of, you're not going to get as seamless of an experience with, the third party versus an Apple Watch, which makes sense. That's what Apple does. But I didn't know it was this bad. So the guy was talking about how he has a Garmin watch, and I think he was using it with an iPhone randomly or something like that. And even like on our watches and everything, those like little short messages you can send, the okay, yes, no's, all other stuff.
The quick text.
If you click on that, and if let's say you're connected to the iPhone, those don't even send, to my knowledge. Yeah. So it's just stuff like that where it's
that's crazy.
This should work by default. I understand maybe you're not
damn it. I should have tried
integrated. Yeah, it's like you're not as integrated as, say an Apple Watch would be. But at the same time, when it comes to the basics, you should be, allowing me to do that.
Yeah, I fully agree. And it's actually it's actually it's so fucked, dude. Apple is so fucked because everyone else does it. Everyone else does it. I mean, sure, like let's say you're using a a Pixel Watch with a Pixel phone, you get a little bit more. Like for example, when I had my Galaxy Watch, if I had a Samsung phone, it would be able to read my blood oxygen levels, I think is what it was. Or EKGs or whatever, like the it
heart
could
rate, so,
yeah, it could measure my heart rate,
whatever.
and it couldn't do that when it was connected to my Pixel, but it still read my heart rate. It still sent out text. I still was able to Google Message and get my notifications and everything. So every watch or every manufacturer adds a little something when you use it with their product, but Apple doesn't allow anybody. It just doesn't. It's a big old no symbol for using any other product, and I just hate that, dude. That's so like anti-consumer. It's miserable.
If anything, you should make it a software, in my opinion, shouldn't be the limiting factor. I'm almost thinking it should be the hardware. So here's an example of this. So like, they don't have them anymore, which I think sucks. I don't remember if it was like just a cost thing or what. So I had a Galaxy Watch, I think it was 3. And this was before, tap to pay was even a thing. Honestly, it was like trying to take off, but it wasn't doing so well or anything like this at this point. But that watch alone, hardware wise, had a thing where you could double click it on the side and it would send out a signal that acted like a typical like magnetic reader, kind of your credit card, your Visa card, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But so it wasn't just the typical NFC that we have in our watches that does that stuff now. It was a different technology where if the reader didn't even have tap to pay, it would mimic you swiping a card and it would still work, which was freaking sweet. And so you'd come up you'd go. I did it a few times where,
bro, I had that watch and I never knew. I still have that watch.
Yeah. And it's like, all right, and you double click it, get your card up, ready to go, and you'd hold it right where you would swipe your card at, and it would register it. Because it somehow, like that technology wise, it's like it would again mimic that magnetic field or whatever it was doing. Like you just swiped that card. That's legit.
That is so cool.
Like, why'd you get rid of this? Like there's stuff like that where I think, if Apple were to try to, do something about this, that they could try to do it hardware wise. Like for an example, I'll give them this. The Apple Watch Ultra.
So cool.
A lot of people will just have that for honestly battery life, whereas it can do so much more in terms of scuba diving, this and that.
Yeah, whatever.
And all that stuff. But it's just like this article states that basically if you allowed third-party watches and all that stuff to, in a sense, talk to your ecosystem a bit, would you still? That's the biggest thing. Would Apple still be the top dog? No. I could say yes, just because the only thing I'm thinking of is a lot of people don't like change, unfortunately.
You know what? You do have a point there. And since they've already got everybody tied in, not liking the change would keep them from changing. But fuck, that sucks, because they already have that hold. So if they didn't already have that hold, I don't think they'd be top. But since they already have that hold, you have a point.
Yeah. And not only that, but I think, let's just say, whatever, the ideal world, whatever, not, if it were open like that, I think they would maybe, the shift might be towards I'm thinking younger demographic. Because at that point, maybe, or I guess maybe the parents at that point. Because then it's like, I could buy my kid, a $150 watch or whatever, this Pebble that we're going to talk about, $150 watch versus the Apple Watch at, $350 to $400.
Yep.
And then slowly but surely you get that trickle of more third-party stuff versus just Apple.
Yeah, because when you delve into Apple products, it feels like you just have to be just Apple, and that sucks.
Which I will say this, I feel like obviously because you've done it with your work phone, I guess personal phone, whatever, not in terms of messing with the iPhone I've had my stint with I think the 6 back in the day, and then obviously this just being the webcam,
Mm-hmm.
and not having the need to be like, oh, I need a MacBook now. I
Mm-hmm.
need a Mac Mini. And don't get me wrong, like if you know, if for whatever reason, like, oh, big time creator, all this other stuff, like I gotta edit some shit. I see the appeal of a Mac Mini Studio in terms of the
Oh yeah,
powerhouse those things are,
I agree.
and they're complete creator machines in my opinion. But for me at least, if I just because I had one of those doesn't make me the best creator. I have to use that tool, and I don't have a need for said tool.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll just never forget how, like, when I was locked out, when I was locked out and I needed my iPad to be able to get back into my phone, and my iPad was at home and I couldn't use anything else to get back into my phone. I was like,
yeah,
this is fucking dumb. Luckily I have my Pixel, but I couldn't just send a reset. I was like, the fuck? I don't
yeah. Why do I need
I'll just
another
never forget
device?
that. I've never had that issue with an Android device because I can just get a reset and we're good. It's easy. I go to another phone, I go to my computer, I go to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
they're
need
like, send us any email.
yeah. And then now I need my verified other Apple device. And they were like, well, okay, it listed all of them. So technically it listed this phone too. And the phone at my wife's desk. And obviously I didn't have those. But I was just like, this is fucking dumb. I hate this so much. I'll never forget that. And it sucks. I felt like that moment right there cemented it to me that I was like, Apple is so fucking locked. You know, in some ways it's really good because it makes it really hard for someone else to get into your account. But for me, it was very annoying that day. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's a frustration. It's a pressure point at that point. And not only that, it's just funny too because technically the way it goes is I feel like a lot of people entering the ecosystem of Apple, I would more say it's on the iPhone than it is the laptop nowadays. That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but I don't think the Apple Watch has ever come first, if that makes sense. Just because also with an Apple Watch, in order to even get it going, you, I believe, need the iPhone. I don't even know if you can do it on your computer.
Yeah, you probably do.
So
I couldn't say from experience, but I would say, honestly, you need a phone for your Pixel Watch too, though.
Well, in terms of like, I need an iPhone. For example, I could technically still use this elsewhere, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and
in terms of setup.
Yeah, you could get past. Yeah, and I would not need a phone for my watch actually. It's set up as its own line. I would just need to sign into my account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think it's funny how tied in general watches are to the device.
Like, have you switched your watch's device yet? And having to like factory reset your watch?
No.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, I've kept it as needed.
It's so annoying.
But
you know one thing real quick on smartwatches? They need fingerprint sensors. I'm so tired of typing in a password or like doing a pattern.
Oh, give me the code or something?
Yeah, give me a fingerprint sensor so I can just go beep. Okay, I'm in. Here you go. I will say it has gotten better though.
Or in the crown.
Oh yeah.
If you can make it that small.
I will say
it's make it that small.
It's gotten so much better though, because you used to have to put in your code in between each like whenever you wanted to tap to pay, you would have to put in your code. But now if you don't take your watch off, you don't have to do it. You know what I mean? You can just do your thing. But like I used to have to do it every fucking time, and I was like, nope, this is miserable.
Yeah, that part would get annoying.
But yeah, I want the EU to push this all the way through. Let's make it happen.
I love how they're the ones just setting Apple, determining what the hell they do.
Well, you know why that is, because we're a fucking capitalist country, and we like, yeah, okay, we don't need to talk about all that stuff.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But speaking of watches, though, dude, Pebble making the comeback, which typically nostalgia sells. I will give it that. But at the same time, it's hilarious how Pebble's been out of the business for I think like 6 years. I heard now or something like this.
Yeah.
And no one has taken up their space. Well, so
And then they got it for free back, didn't they?
Yeah, so they were bought by Fitbit.
Yeah.
Which then Google's like, "Hey Fitbit, what are you doing? You're getting sold to us. That's what you're doing."
Yeah, you're coming to me.
So, and then Google held on to Pebble's
software.
Yeah,
or code,
code, all this other stuff, and they're just like, "Hey, do you want to use this still?" And the original founder of Pebble's like, "Hell yeah!" So unfortunately, because Google owns it, he can't call it a Pebble watch anymore, but it's called like Core, basically. So
didn't he get the software back for free though?
Yeah, they're just like, "Here, you can do whatever you want with it."
See, that's insane. He got all that money from Fitbit to just then loop around and be able to do the same thing again. And he's like, "I got all this money," or like, "Let's just make a watch."
Is Google gonna buy Core or what?
Oh yeah, exactly.
No, and it's funny too, because he like these watches, the Core 2 Duo here, it's the exact same shapes and everything like that, just straight up Pebble. So
oh dude, they look nice too. I mean, they look clean, sleek. It'd be a good like kids watch.
Yeah, for this one right here, let's see if this one shows it, because I know one of them's 149, and then another one's 225. Basically your differences are like color e-ink touchscreen versus just normal e-ink display.
It's definitely. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, I think honestly, I'm almost I don't know if it's happening now per se, or maybe within the next 5 years or so. I almost think we're getting in a swing of kind of dialing it back a little bit, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, less flashy, more modern and sleek looking.
What do you care about? What do you need still?
Mm-hmm.
So like this one's e-ink. This isn't the typical 24-hour battery life. The company promises 30 days of battery life, and that's not with some stupid extreme battery saver mode or something like that, dude. 30 days.
Yeah, that's insane.
All this has is
your
time, your I think alarms, notifications when you're feeling like it, and literally the basics. You're not scrolling on it. You're not doing anything.
So, I think they're super cool. I personally would never use one. It doesn't have enough for me to be considered a smartwatch. And if I was going to wear a watch like this, it would definitely be just like a nice watch, like a regular watch. You know what I mean? Super cool. Out there too. I just love that the dude is able to use his software again for free. That shit's awesome. I hope he gets rich off this again.
Oh, dude, I'm almost betting we see an article saying these sell out.
Yeah, honestly. If you were to get one, which one would you get? I would probably
honestly, okay, so I'd almost go vice versa.
Oh, you'd go with the non-colored?
Yeah, just straight basic. Yeah. Let's see I'm trying to see what the difference is here, because for me, touch display, I'm not like, it's not a make or break for me, honestly. I think I want to say they both get a 30-day battery life. I think
because color e-ink doesn't really use.
And they both have speakers for assistant access as well.
Oh, that's cool. I do like that it gives you like your heart rate, temperature, time, date. That's cool.
Yeah. Again, the straight basics. Yeah. Okay. So it should start in July for selling these things.
They're such a good price too. Oh wait. Are they waterproof?
Ooh.
That actually might change my answer.
I don't know. Yeah, true. I don't know. Let's see if there's a IP rating here.
IP68, baby. Cross your fingers.
I don't know what the original one was, because it seems like they're both literally the exact same thing.
Yeah, I don't see like a.
I don't think so either. I think it's just, besides, what it's doing, e-paper and all this other stuff, alarms, timers, blah blah blah.
Oh wait,
Bluetooth.
wait. I would definitely get one of these actually. Holy shit.
Thousands of watch faces.
I'm looking at them right now. There's some cool ass ones. Okay, this thing is way cooler than I thought.
Yeah, where are the watch faces? Holy crap.
Yeah. Are you looking at them now?
So many. Yeah, and those are just the watch faces.
Dude,
those aren't even apps that people could create.
Yeah, they got like a Fallout one. This is sick. Okay, I thought it was more static. I thought it was more like you get.
Oh, there
like
we go.
10
Apps and
different ones.
timeline. Health, pixel mini games. Oh my goodness. True. I wonder, because it is the same code. I want to say
This changes my whole perspective, honestly.
he said the stuff would work like almost like day one.
Okay,
That's a good point though in terms of being water, proof slash resistant though. There are many rough edges. Some features will not be ready at launch. Dude, people are just gonna buy the crap out of this for nostalgia purposes too.
Well, and it's like garbage cheap. Well, not like garbage, but it's super cheap.
Let's see. That's way over there, but whatever. They will not be sold in stores. Pre-order today, dude. How's it, dude? The pre-order is probably already jacked up already. Like Pebble 2, but better.
Oh.
Heart rate monitor on that one, on the colored one.
It looks like you can still pre-order actually.
Metal frame versus, I'm assuming,
IPX8 water resistant.
How, I wonder what that's like in the scale of what we're used to. IPX8.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah. Submerged in water, 1 meter of water for 30 minutes.
So you can probably shower with it.
Yeah, so approximately, yeah, so 3 feet in water for 30 minutes. So you should, yeah, showering should be fine. Which, I'm okay. Answer me this: have you ever showered with a watch?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I still take my watch.
Same. I'm just like, dude, I don't want to like. I understand even the Apple Watch has it where you can like it uses a speaker to blow out water and shit. But I'm just like, I don't want it to be. I feel like it'd come back on me on some point and just be like, even though I'd be like, can I really point towards the water screwing this up, or is it me, or what? But I'm just like, it's just. I always think of it so simple as if I would have just taken this off, I would have a working watch.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
Versus like, why do I have my watch?
Yeah.
Watch in the shower.
You don't need it. Like the people that take their phones in the shower, I think that's crazy too. You take your phone in the shower?
I'm a businessman.
I thought you were giving that look because you take your phone in the shower for a second.
No.
I
gotta watch YouTube everywhere.
My phone is generally in the bathroom, probably on the counter or something, but it's not in the shower with me.
Yeah, usually it's on the closest
or
it gets.
It's plugged in
on the sink.
Yeah.
On the sink, facing the wall, so the sound and the music can bounce off the wall, and I treat it like a speaker.
Exactly, that's what I do. It's so funny.
I'm always like, do I just pay someone on Etsy or whatever, not just to like do a 3D printed speaker, but I just, as soon as I flip it over to like face the wall, I'm like,
you're like, nah, it's loud enough. Yeah, exactly. That's what I. Yeah.
I'm like, as cool as it is, all it's doing is just do a bigger chamber for it to vibrate off of. So I'm like, well, all works.
Yo, this thing is more impressive than I thought, actually.
Let's see. Yeah.
After looking at the watch faces and the apps and such.
Basically an upgraded Pebble 2. Yes, the big change is an what a freaking upgrade. Big change. Increase from 7 to 30 days of battery life.
That's insane.
It's crazy. Let's see. Speaker, touchscreen, boosted battery life. So yeah, they're both literally the same. The difference is color and touchscreen, give or take, for the most part. I guess you get a little bit bigger screen on the colored one, but still. Oh, you get, okay, so also heart rate monitor on the, if that is a thing of concern, I guess, for you. You'd actually be kind of cool.
Oh, you don't get a heart rate monitor on the Core 2 Duo, I see.
Correct. Because,
but you do get step and sleep tracking, though.
Yes, and they both have, what did they say they added? An actuator motor, compass, and barometer. Because you know what's actually a really cool feature of smartwatches nowadays, especially I don't know, older
Loss of heart
generation,
rate.
whoever not. Well, there's that, but the whole like I honestly the life alert kind of shit in
Oh
terms of
yeah.
like I've fallen and I can't get up kind of thing. Because it's usually done with an accelerometer if I'm not mistaken on that.
Yeah, I
So I
believe you're
don't
right.
know if those have that, but that'd be kind of cool for this price point though.
These probably will have some sort of like loss of heart rate detection though. That's like becoming big
With
now.
the touch one, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully they get into that stuff.
This is pretty
Which
cool. I would actually get one of these.
It's one of those things you never want to test, especially the have you been in
No.
an accident as you're just like fucking bleeding on the ground or something like that. But
Yeah.
luckily the watches and stuff will call in like 5 seconds even if you don't answer. So
do you have all of your emergency contacts and stuff set up?
I know I do on the phone, and
I made my wife
can't remember how to access it on the watch per se. I want to say it's what 5 quick taps of the crown or whatever it is, but
I made my wife set it up on her phone, so it lists all emergency contacts, her medical history, as well as her. I think it also has her blood type, just in case anything crazy happens. You know.
No, yeah, you never know. Better safe than it's one of those. Yeah, it's again one of those like insurance. You don't want to use it, but
exactly,
it's there. It's there. Oh, here we go. A little bit better of a compass. They make it sound like there's no compass on the Core Time 2. Interesting.
Well, they also make it sound like there's no barometer on the Core Time 2.
Yeah, I would assume it'd get the same thing. It is bigger because it gets everything else.
Maybe the heart rate sensor is taking up the space for the barometer and compass.
Yeah, true.
It is bigger though, but it's not much bigger.
You don't need our permission to add new software features. You can modify the OS and run those changes on your watch. If you're hardware inclined, you can even build your own watch with different features or capabilities and run Pebble OS on it. Holy crap. Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, open source. Let's go.
Yeah, I just want to see. Because, I want to say, I'm just curious now.
Let's make a watch, man.
It's not Pixel. I know, right? We're in the watch business now, boys.
Yep, Pebble OS.
We're going to call it Dat Pebble.
Dat Pebble. I like it. Boom, patent right now.
Patent. Let's see. Pebble. I'm just gonna type in round watch. They've made one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was this.
Wasn't it their first one?
I don't know if it was their first one ever. Their first one ever was basically kind of what they're going with now, I want to say.
I thought their first one was round, and that's why it was called Pebble.
Oh, maybe then. Which is impressive then. Battery provides power for up to 2 days. Maybe, yeah, I guess that would be their first one if they're going from 2 days to 7 days in the square one.
Yeah, I think this is when I saw them. Back then, it wasn't nearly as cool though, if I remember correctly. It was cool, but like the the bezels were huge and
oh, they're fat boys.
Yeah,
these are the bezels people need to complain about, not Pixel 9a bezels. Come on, people.
These bezels are thickums, okay?
But at least it's symmetrical, okay?
These are cool though. I'm stoked. I'm happy for the creator too, that he's able to just get all the software like open source for free and be able to use it.
I want to see what others do with it as well. The fact that you can do your own, like if someone created their own hardware, can you imagine someone like? Because honestly, back then I don't think
it would be there's gonna be a YouTube video of it.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna say in terms of like I don't think 3D printed was such a thing back then that I'm aware of at least. So. Can you imagine like I don't know a 3D printed one?
Oh yeah. Because you can get little like round displays off Alibaba and then like get like the smallest Raspberry Pi available and literally make your own watch.
See how it goes.
That'd be cool.
Dude, a freaking go real old school with it. Go pocket Pebble. Pocket watch.
The
Pebble.
pocket watch. That would be sick. Oh, with the chain and everything. That would be sick. Oh man, that'd be dope. I've always liked those watches.
Timing. I know, they're so classic. You just have a metal casing to it and you're just like and there's just a digital ink display in there.
Yeah, you feel super classy when you have one in your hand. You're like, whoa. whoa, I feel like I should be like smoking a cigar in a men's club.
I'm about to take the train. I'm about to take the train.
I'm about to miss the trolley. I gotta get on the trolley.
I gotta go. Oh, one sec. My monocle's missing too at the same time.
We gotta bundle it with monocles. I'm sure Alibaba's got a bunch of those. We can get them for free.
There we go. No, that'd be legit though. Yeah, hopefully, obviously, we get some awesome third-party ones in there. But
guaranteed, people are gonna make YouTube videos about making their own watch. Yeah, they
just get real nerdy with it.
Yep.
Beyond my scope, but still friggin' sick.
Yeah,
dude. Even the watch faces are sick.
I'm more of a modder than a maker.
Yeah, like you make the foundation, and then I see what I can.
I'll modify on it. Yeah.
See what I can screw up and be like, oh, that changes that. Okay.
Speaking of that, the Xbox PC has been running great. I fully deployed it about a week ago, and it's getting way too hot. But I ordered some fans, and we're gonna fix that. Other than that, it runs great.
Oh, is it trying to rise from the top? There's no vents up top, right? Yeah. Repeat yourself. We got all these hand actions here. I know it's not on my end.
Oh shit. My bad. So I said so I actually went out and bought a pack of 5 80mm fans, and it's got vents on both sides of the original Xbox. So I'm gonna put 2 on one side, 2 on the other, intake, outtake, or intake and exhaust.
Shove it through.
Yep, and just have it pass right through. So it's gonna intake from right on where the motherboard is and pass through the GPU and get pushed out the other side.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's going so smooth though.
Yeah, I was surprised. But it does get really hot. So I was like, I should do something about this. I was running like.
Was it bogging it down at all, or was it just getting hot?
No, it actually wasn't getting that hot. It was getting up to 90.
For that case though.
I got it up to 93 while running Permark, but I didn't really want it to get any hot. But I ran it for like an hour. But
oh shit.
So it should have been fully like, but also it was much cooler in my apartment than it is on a normal day. You know. So preemptively, I'm gonna add some fans.
Before summer and whatever not.
Pretty cool,
speaking of running an Xbox like a PC though, supposedly this was taken down from Xbox's or Microsoft's site. But in this picture here, it shows, your recently added games, installed, owned, Game Pass, and what is that? Is that supposed to say stream? But no, it says Steam.
Let's go.
Which would be legit to kind of go back and forth, and not only that, but have like, I almost see in a sense. Granted, PC already does this. Honestly, in terms of all the launchers you could technically have, but again, you could have it at that point, kind of like a PC. You can have it in multiple, I guess, form factors as well. So then,
how do you think this is gonna work? So obviously, Microsoft is updating Xbox. Are they updating it to turn into more of a PC where you can play all your Steam games? Or are they updating it to just add Steam compatibility for games that are already compatible for the Xbox? You can now play on the Xbox if you own them on Steam.
Ooh, interesting.
Because technically they could do either. The Xbox is basically a PC. It's just not quite there due to the software. But they are the most like a PC than any other console.
Correct. And the only thing that comes to mind that I can think of is I think what Xbox is going to try to do is they're going to use the Xbox platform in terms of the consoles themselves as what Steam tried to do earlier is Steam Machine. So that's the only thing I'm thinking. It's like, because can you imagine this ladder though, where it's like you can buy, the Xbox Series S, what, $250 now, something like that?
Yeah, super cheap.
$250.
I have
Like
one.
you're getting a pricing ladder of starting off from 250 to 500 to then 7 to 8 maybe or something like that. I don't know where the handheld's gonna sit. Let's just say 7. Go up another 200. Oh, you want to go up even more? Okay, then you're gonna have to get a PC at that point for
Wait
9
a
to
second.
1,000.
Hold on. Do you think the handheld's gonna be $700?
Maybe for like the top end one. I don't know. I don't know what price point that's gonna hit though, because they got a ladder themselves. I'm thinking.
Because the
I don't
Steam
know
Deck,
if you, because yeah, your competition is Steam Deck. I don't think it's Switch 2.
no, and it's definitely not your competition. Steam Deck and the ROG Ally mainly. You got the Ioneos
Yeah.
and you got the all those others, but those don't matter as much. Interesting. $700. Because that's like
Where do
that's like
where do you think the sweet spot would be? 400? I think 400 would
I think 500.
5.
Yeah, so because at $500, if you can fit like a decent amount of memory in there, I wouldn't expect a terabyte, obviously.
Yeah.
But have an OLED screen, I think that's money right there.
True. Yeah, I don't know if they're making, because rumors been Xbox making a handheld, but it's never been like a
It's never been.
S and an X kind of rumor.
Yeah.
It's always been just like this is the handheld and that's it.
Yeah, nothing really. Huh? Interesting.
If that's the case, I think they match that X then.
I just don't know. I don't see the handheld being more than the Series X.
True.
Because the Series X is, I think I spent like $650 on it.
The hard part I'm having with that, because I'm trying to think from a business perspective, and they might. Oh, well, I guess technically how old the X is. Series S 250. Series X, drop that down to 400, I guess. 400 then or something.
What is it?
Because
right
I'm thinking if the handheld comes out, let me check. If the handheld comes out and you put it at the $500 mark, my guess is you're going to be able to plug this into the TV, and then at that point you have a Series X. So it's almost like competing with itself.
You think it'll be as powerful as a Series X though? I don't see that happening either.
Oh, I guess true. Technically, they can make the Series X their version of the Xbox Pro version, if that makes any sense.
Okay. Oh, okay. The Series X currently is $500. Why was mine so expensive? Oh, I got the Halo edition. I don't know if I
The
paid
Halo one.
I don't know if I paid a premium.
Was it extra
for that
$50 though? Yeah, I thought it was the same price.
Because I got it from Walmart. Ship. Where I paid like $649 for it. You know what? I actually just looked at my receipt. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. So the only thing is,
so
I feel like the handheld will fall in between the Series S and Series X.
Okay. Which I can see that too. I'm more actually now at this point, because we already know what PlayStation's naming scheme is. It is not that hard if you can count. You're golden.
It was $549. It was $549, and then with tax, it was like $50. So it came out to $600.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it was lost in shipping for like a week, and you could not buy them. Like they were like non-existent. And I messaged them and like, oh, you get a refund, but if you actually end up getting the console, then you got to send it back. And I was like, okay, don't give me the refund. I'll just wait for a little bit, and then I'll get the refund in like 2 weeks if it never shows up. Ends up showing up. The tracking never updated, but it ended up showing up at my house, and I was like, thank Christ.
Who sent it?
FedEx. It came through FedEx.
Oh, good God.
It was
threw it at your door.
It was stuck in Wisconsin for like over a week, and I was like, dude, can we just ask your mom to like go get it? What up, General Mahjong?
Pick up my console,
I know who you are.
My console, please.
Yeah, please go get it. I want to be able to have this.
Yeah. No, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
I really do think it'll fall in between the two. But maybe not these two. Maybe like a Series X Pro. Because the Series X being only $500 right now, that's a really tight margin. So maybe a Series X Pro that falls into like $649 category or something. This will fall right in between the Series X Pro and the Series S.
Yeah. I just feel like, goddamn, I'm so curious what they're gonna do with a naming convention at this point. If they
Yeah,
stick with it and they just somehow, I don't
Series
know.
H for handheld.
Well, there's
Oh,
that
dude,
too. Yeah.
you know, so many people make fun of it. Better go prepare your H. Oh my god.
No, that's up to Xbox's marketing because everything's in Xbox now. So it's like, I don't know, what are you calling it?
I'm just curious how powerful it'll be. If it'll meet like the ROG Ally like Extreme, or if it'll be more like the Steam Deck.
I'm assuming, yeah, because the ROG is the more powerful one, correct?
It's a beast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be curious to know what that compares to even the S. Then at that point, in
the
its
Series
current
S
state. Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up later. Actually, I'm curious.
That'd be the thing, and as long as it's freaking easier to do, which in a sense it would be nice. Yeah, as soon as, because I'm guessing as soon as they get this handheld out, you'd see that update across like UI wise in terms of Steam integration across the board. Because like you said, if the handheld can be, claim compatibility obviously with Game Pass and then Steam Deck certified and all this other stuff, and it's like, dude, they already have games up the wazoo. You can play it on their new hardware device if you want to.
I wonder if this is like some deal with Steam. So Steam will put Game Pass on the Steam Deck, but Xbox will put Steam on their console.
Yeah, true.
That'd be interesting to see too.
Double dip that side. Because then, yeah, you'd have a bunch of people getting, like, I don't know, first time. We got to think first timers too, getting access to Steam. And not only that, but like, hell, this spring sale's going on right now.
Yeah.
People,
Ooh,
people already would be like, oh, what's for sale?
There's some dope stuff on sale too.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like people, it's like they just scroll past that and be like, oh, this is pretty good. Because, we're used to having Steam accounts, but there's probably a handful of people out there that still don't.
Yeah, you really can't beat Steam sales. Like, it doesn't get much better than Steam sales.
Which is good, because in my opinion, that's competition for even
all the
Xbox's on marketplace to fight for that stuff.
Especially because a lot of Xbox players now are PC players. Yeah.
I just think overall, I think it makes honestly, it would make the console experience a little bit better. And I'll stick by that becomes the Steam machine for the most part.
That would be cool.
Because it's just big picture mode. Honestly, that's what it becomes. And Xbox, I guess they would get the sale of, the console up front. And then at that point, it's up to the user to get their software going. I'm trying to think what their handheld is going to have that just makes them different compared to these other ones, because it's hard because the ROG Ally and everything, that's just a handheld PC, whereas the Steam one is running its own
Steam OS.
Whatever. Well, eventually these other handhelds will have Steam OSs too, so if anything, fucking power to the people, because honestly we're gonna get so many options that you're gonna have to freaking make a decision. And it's not this like, oh, do I want Team Green or do I want Team Blue? It's like, dude, there's 5 options now. You just pick wherever the hell you want to play it with.
Yep.
Honestly,
it's pretty cool. Actually,
comes back down. Well, yeah. Now we have crossplay and all this stuff, so
it's some of the
pick
best.
Up a screen, you're good.
Some of the best time in my lifetime to be a gamer, and boy, I'm too old to game.
I know, in terms of the time for it now.
Yeah, I have too much shit going on in life. I have too much work. Like, fuck, dude. While we're sitting here, I got 3 texts about work.
Bro, I'm off. What are you doing?
I know, and I'm like, I'm gonna get paid for these texts. I'm just letting you know. You're gonna pay my ass for this shit.
Nah.
But yeah, I think it's cool. I hope this isn't just like. No, it was posted. Well, it wasn't posted by Microsoft, if I remember correctly. It was posted by The Verge, and Microsoft took it down, which is kind of it. It alludes to it most likely being accurate or true, but like, you never know, man.
Microsoft quickly removed it once The Verge inquired about it. So they basically asked, like, "Hey, what's this?" So The Verge.
Oh wait.
But
Oh yeah, it was posted on Windows, like, right?
Yeah,
Wait.
because in a
Yeah.
blog post about Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
quote, opening a billion doors, Microsoft briefly revealed a new Xbox UI that more looks like a console across multiple devices and even appears to list Steam games. So obviously, yeah,
You
once
know
The
what's
Verge
funny?
asked, hey, what's this? What's this?
You know what's funny is this was not a mistake. You know this was not a mistake. Dude, Phil Spencer had that Xbox prototype in the background of his like videos for
Oh, the
like,
little stick.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he had it hidden in plain sight. This was not a mistake. They wanted us to know, but they wanted us to think that they didn't want us to know.
You know, it's good marketing when you do these oopsies.
Yep. Google does them all the time, and they get so much
Oh
hype, so
God,
much talk about all their pixels.
yeah, their phone's like, oh, we leaked it. No, you didn't. That's your marketing strategy.
Whoopsies.
I hope someone left it in a bar. Shucks.
Oh darn! It looks like you guys saw it. Woohoo! Do you like it? Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get conversations like this. You get feedback real quick
Oh yeah.
without it actually coming out yet, so you can still tweak stuff because nothing's promised. Nothing's promised.
I actually still think that little stick Xbox would have been cool. It would have just been like Chromecast though, but I mean,
Well, honestly, the closest thing they have nowadays is Fire TV sticks being able to do that.
yeah.
But that's cloud streaming and internet connection and whatever not. But like,
I still thought that
I'm
would
curious
cool.
if they show this off during summertime stuff,
Oh yeah, probably.
Game Fest or whatever it is, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
they gotta have something unique to it though, instead of just like, oh, you can sync all your. Because I'm trying to think from the perspective of, let's just say,
What makes the most
you
sense?
know, well, just not just that, but I'm just thinking of little Timmy here, where he only has a console.
Mhm.
He doesn't have a PC. You know, not even like, he might have a laptop, this and that, but his main thing is, let's say, this Xbox
Mhm.
and everything.
The Series S.
So yeah, so I guess at that point, you know, he doesn't have a Steam or Epic stuff or anything like that, because he can still obviously play Fortnite and shit on his Xbox.
Mhm.
But I guess he gets introduced to the whole Steam world at that point. But does Xbox, especially this day and age, it almost would make sense years ago, because then you're like, oh, I can play PC games, you know, in terms of exclusivity and whatever. Not, I'm like, probably more I guess maybe the indie side. I'm like,
Mhm.
what are you missing out on? You know, vice versa. It's just like, I guess you're missing out on some of the indie stuff. But
See, so the reason I think they have two ways to go with this is they either
oh
a
my
have
god,
to have to update the Xbox to be a PC, or B, only allow games that are already like compatible with the Xbox. Is everything on Steam is not compatible on the Xbox. Even everything on Steam is not compatible on Steam OS. You know, so like they either A, got to just turn it into a PC, or B, just allow the games that are already allowed on the Xbox. But
I don't know,
what sense does that make though? Because
well,
why wouldn't you just want them to buy it on Xbox? I guess you'd get attacked because they're buying it through the Xbox. So
yeah, everyone's getting
Microsoft's
30%
definitely
or
taking
whatever it is.
attack. Yeah.
The one thing I thought of, and again, people's patience isn't so high, in my opinion, depending on what the game
Maybe
is.
cross play progression. Mm.
Ooh, there's that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I thought of was Xbox players. If, let's say, little Timmy again, Xbox Series S.
Okay, little Timmy, I'm him.
You now have access. Guess what, Timmy? You can play Ratchet and Clank. You can play Spider-Man. You can play God of War on the Series X and Series S at that point.
It's Microsoft's roundabout way to get to the PlayStation. Yeah, let's go. God of War, baby. Oh, man. That's hype. That would be cool. That would be cool.
I was like, wait a minute. That opens the door for people to get PlayStation games on the Xbox.
See, again, though, I think that just makes it so you have to turn it into a PC, though. Because those games,
easily.
They're like, they run well on my PC, but they are not like terribly optimized. Well, okay, God of War is pretty good, but what was the other one? Like Days Gone, I played. It was not very optimized. Interesting.
Yeah.
So are they giving up on the console? That's where.
Easily.
It's like they're just like, okay, fuck it, we're just building PC boxes now.
Yeah.
With an Xbox skin.
As long as we can get you in the door of some sort. Hence, their marketing goddamn scheme, opening 1 billion doors.
So they're just basically making PCs now. They're disguised as consoles.
Well,
I guess they've been doing that for a while.
They're androiding the shit out of the gaming market. Honestly, you can play on this device, this device, this device, this device, whatever. It all connects you to our marketplace. Or honestly, they probably, I also see it's probably on the back end. Not only does Steam probably still get their 30%, I think that's how it works too. I can't remember.
Xbox will probably get a cut too.
Yeah, they'll probably get some off the top of that because it's going through the Xbox's UI to get to Steam.
They probably only get like
they're
10 or 15.
5%.
Yeah,
or something off of it. So they're still making something.
Because they're the funnel, they're the channel. They're like the they're the middleman getting you there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny too because my sister this last week asked me. She's like, hey, what console should I get? And I'm like, are you done with PC gaming? She's like, oh, no. I just want something for the living room. I told her to get a PC.
A PC.
I was like, just put a PC out there. And I was like,
here's your market.
I was like, no, but for real though, if you're getting a console and you already have a PC, you should get a PlayStation.
For the time, at least the timepiece of those games and whatever.
Yeah, the exclusives and such. Yeah. They come on. They're now coming to PC, but you gotta wait generally a year or so. But she wanted to play Split Fiction with her significant other, and I was like, "Yep, just get a PlayStation."
Interesting. No, that's exactly. I think that's right where that market is, though. Oh, I want something for the living room now too. Well, here you go. It doesn't run. Hell, that's what I'm doing with my little thing out there. Yep. I don't need it to run Word and this and that anymore. I don't.
Nope.
I don't care about that. Like, just open up, big screen mode and whatever UI you need to, and boot into that and call it good.
Mine's loaded up YouTube right now, and then I have my little remote that I scroll with. I fucking love that thing.
Oh yeah. So I think they know what they're doing, and it's just they're gonna. I just thought it was hilarious. I'm like, wait a minute, you can play PlayStation games now on this thing.
Yep. Imagine loading up God of War on your Xbox.
Oh yeah.
It's like a big fuck you, Sony. We're gonna put our games on
eventually.
Yep. They're like, we're giving you Halo, and guess what? We're taking God of War. We're taking Spider-Man.
We're gonna play it through Steam. Oh man.
I'm really interested to see how this works. I'm excited. I wonder if this turns into, because currently Xbox is like partnered with, isn't it EA for their Game Pass?
Yeah, EA Plus or EA Play or whatever. Yeah.
If they go this route, so now they have another launcher on their Xbox, Steam.
Yeah.
Are they now gonna have to put the EA launcher on there, the Epic launcher, the Ubisoft launcher? You know what I mean?
True.
Like, are all these other companies gonna be like, oh, you're giving Steam a drop? How about we put the fucking Ubisoft store on there, the EA store?
I can easily see that.
Yeah,
like they want to be the Google of launchers, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Which is weird because as I say that, I'm just
that
like,
would
that's
be
just
rough.
A PC at that point.
I would hate that. I'm not gonna lie. That would be rough.
Yeah, because on the bottom of this article it says sources familiar with Microsoft plans tell me that the company is currently working on an Xbox app update that will show every game you have installed on your PC. So this is the PC side of it, at least, not the console or whatever not. But that includes games from Steam, Epic Game Store, and they're gonna label these games accordingly. But
that's cool.
I don't know. That's a good point, though, in terms of, well, granted, technically they wouldn't have to do, in terms of what you said, in terms of the different launchers, because especially for EA Play, and I can't remember if it's under the Ultimate Edition. I thought it was, but if it's under the Game Pass umbrella, I think they would keep it under there.
Yeah, but you're giving highlight to another company. Like, you would think that those companies would be like, all right, you got to highlight us too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like sure they already put their games on Xbox, but they're like, we don't have to. We can put them on there if you put our launcher on there now. Like
Ubisoft, calm down, calm down. You got 1 million players. We understand, okay? Goddamn.
Chill out. Like well, okay, I don't see them doing this. I was about to say the Blizzard launcher, but they own Blizzard, so I don't see them doing that.
Oh, Activision. Yeah,
oh, yeah. Imagine fucking playing World of Warcraft on your Xbox. That'd be insane.
Yeah, at that point,
it is a PC at that point.
The only thing they're missing is putting a Nintendo emulator on there.
League of Legends. Yeah, well, you can put a Nintendo emulator on there.
So.
Yeah. That was
fancy.
The Series
fancy box at this point.
The Series S is an emulating machine. You put it in dev mode, you can emulate like all the way up to like GameCube. It's like
interesting. Okay.
It's like amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, this is the Steam machine just called an Xbox at this point.
It's like, cool. I like it.
There's no difference. It's like Apple's whole thing with like their whole like tablet lineup versus their Mac Pros or whatever. They're like their whole commercial of like, what's a computer? Like, you literally have a detachable keyboard, and that's the only difference, really. So there's gonna be slight differences and whatever not, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be able to play your games wherever the hell you want, except on PlayStation.
Except Switch, on PlayStation. Yo, speaking of Switch, real quick, are you gonna get a Switch too?
There's nothing that drives me to it right now at this point. How about that?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Even saying Mario Kart.
That's understandable. I think the Switch 2 is the only console that is guaranteed I will buy next.
Okay.
And that's mainly because no matter what, Nintendo's games never go anywhere else. So like they're just always there. And like I'm never going to see Mario Party on here unless I emulate it. And I'm never going to see
and the Mario games are usually fucking bangers too.
Yeah. So that is like I'm most likely not gonna buy the next Xbox, maybe the handheld just because it's cool, but most likely not the next Xbox or the PlayStation, just due to the simple fact that I don't play nearly as much games as I used to, and B, I can wait the year.
Waiting the year is easy mode.
But Nintendo generally, I play the Pokemon games like day of every time.
Okay.
Even
there you go. So
even the most recent release, I played it day one. I went,
Makes sense then. Okay. Dude, freaking, I'm just trying to remember. Like, I think the last one I like fully dove into, Switch wise, whatever. Not, Mario Party's a gimme. That sells the console alone.
Yeah.
But Jamboree did look pretty dope. But
the new one?
No, Mario. Yeah,
it's
Mario
awesome.
Odyssey. That stuff. Man, I will say this: I never finished Super Mario 64, but instantly playing Odyssey, that brought me instantly back to that kind of style of game, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
It felt good.
You know, a game is good though too when you get dropped off on that world, whatever not, and it's like, all right, go find this, but you're like going towards it. And again, I don't know if it's like almost like an ADHD kind of thing in the game, but it's like, oh, there's a moon over there. Let me go get that real quick.
Yep. Oh, there's something over here. Let me go collect that real quick.
Yeah, and it's just
it
like
felt
simple
good.
things like that.
It felt rewarding
I'm
too.
Curious. Obviously, I would assume there's a second one in the works, which would be.
I hope so.
It wouldn't be exclusive, but I would think obviously it runs better on the Switch too, so you'd get it there. That game, and then it was on the Wii. I don't know if they ever put it on the Switch, but the hell was it called? Oh, Mario Galaxy. There we go.
Okay.
Those games were dope.
They did, kind of. It was the 3-pack.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You do know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But that was like, what was that? Super Mario Galaxy, and there was like 2 others. What were the other 2? Super Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine. Yeah, those were the 3. But I loved Galaxy was dope. It would be sweet to have it. It was remaster it though. Like they just released like, you know, they didn't remaster it. They just put the OG on there.
Yeah, I don't know if they've. Goddamn, I don't know if they've. I'd have to see what the lowest rated Mario game was. Because I swear to God, they're at least.
I think it's a 9.8.
I was gonna say they don't miss.
No,
they don't miss.
Like as much as
it's so cool, they try so many things and they don't miss somehow.
I absolutely like fucking hate Nintendo. They are terrible to their communities, man. Like what they've done to the Smash community is like, it is like beyond disrespectful. What they've like, what they've done to their tournaments, their prize, like everything. But goddamn, are they good at making games? They are like really good at making games. They do not miss on the heaters. The Zeldas are all good, and it. Oh man, I'm not even a Zelda player, and I did play
the
those.
Same.
Yeah, and then the Mario games, they all bang. The one fucking company, or sorry,
Game Freak, get your shit together.
Exactly. We have Pal World. Come on, dude.
Take the guns out. Boom, seller.
You have fucking, bro. You can't tell me it won't work, making it look better when you have Zelda that was made years before your game, and it looks tremendously better than your game. And there's plenty of shit out in the world to collect, whether it be like fruits and other stuff, or little chests, or fucking goblins that you gotta kill. Bullshit! You got moving grass in that game. Like the fuck? Oh man. I love Pokemon too, and I'll definitely buy the next game. But fuck me, dude.
Who makes the other versions of the Pokemon games currently out right now? So like, for example,
like Shining,
the like the Stadium Well, no. So I'm talking like the Stadium version that's out now. I don't remember what it's called. Coliseum, I think it is, or whatever. The League of Legends MOBA version of Pokemon. Again,
Unite?
I don't know what that's called. Unite, yeah. Who makes that stuff? Because graphic wise on that end, I want to say that's pretty good. And granted, it's not on a big open world or anything like that, but come on.
Is the Coliseum game already out? I know the Champions game is out.
Champions, sorry, there we go.
But the new
mobile, Switch, and all that stuff, I believe.
So Pokemon Unite developers Teamy Studios. I don't know who the fuck that doesn't mean anything.
Do you actually know who'd probably make a good Pokemon game?
Who?
If I were to pick a dev, any dev across the board, I think because they've proven it with
slap it on me.
The IP, it'd be what was it, Portkey or whatever that made Harry Potter?
Yeah, they made Harry Potter.
Yeah. Like, dude, give those guys the Pokemon rights or something. Come on now.
They probably would make a sick ass Pokemon game.
Yeah.
And then
they obviously know what to do with a good IP.
Yeah, because they had no bones to work with. They made the bones. You know what I mean?
Well, not just that, yeah, because I don't remember what engine they built.
Oh, Ilka made Champions. Okay.
But before that, they were making mobile games. So it's just like, guys, Game Freak, what are you doing?
Yeah, I wish they would pull their heads out of their ass.
You're running on nostalgia. I think they're just running on nostalgia at this point. It sells. Don't get me wrong, it sells, but
that is literally all they're running on, and I feel insulted every time I buy the game, but I enjoy the fuck out of them. I generally I play them every time.
Which is funny because it's a Pokemon game, and typically games like gaming community is like, oh, the graphics don't matter too much, but at the same time,
yeah,
don't hold back. How about that?
Well, it just feels like no progress has been made forward. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, yeah, like there was a huge jump in like power. Like we got a lot more balls with the Switch than we did with 3DS, but it feels like the progression is, instead of like do to do, it's like do to do, do, and then they're at the same fucking level now. Like the last like good game, I think they've released 2 since then, but the last good one was I liked Arceus. Arceus had some cool features, and I was hoping that this next Legends game was gonna have some of the Legends of Arceus features, and it fucking doesn't. It's a horse shit, but I'm still excited for it. I'm still gonna play it. I need to
Yeah, it's
vote
been
with
a
my
while
wallet
since they've released one, hasn't it?
Yeah, I need to vote with my wallet, like you said, but for me, it's so hard. I enjoy them.
So hopefully they're at least using that time well. How about that?
They're
That's
like my
what we
guilty
can hope
pleasure.
for, at least.
It's hard
Dude,
to stop.
If that's
It's a
the
drug that
Nintendo
just keeps
go-to,
giving.
though.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. That's the one developer that doesn't deserve all the success they have. In my
They're
opinion.
just using and abusing that. Which I guess kind of just side note here on the just because it's fresh on the mind in terms of the Pokemon thing. Niantic, didn't they just sell that in terms of Pokemon Go, or someone bought them?
Oh, I actually don't know anything about. Okay, so
they're
I feel
under
like
the same company that owns like Monopoly or some shit, I think.
Pokemon Go sold?
I thought so.
Oh,
I thought
the developer of Pokemon Go has sold its game division,
interesting,
including Pokemon Go, for $3.5 billion.
So whatever else they have, obviously, I'm assuming Pokemon was the biggest.
Well, yeah, they had Pokemon, and then they had a game that was that like actually like gave them the foundation for Pokemon Go. I can't remember what that was called.
The AR stuff.
Yeah, the AR.
Wasn't it like with mechs or something? No, it was. Oh man,
I don't remember what it was called.
Why do I want to say they had a Witcher one as well?
They did. They had and then I think they tried like a Harry Potter one too.
Oh yeah, I want to say they did too. Just because they're like, oh, same thing. Just
Ingress was the other one that I was thinking of. Yep, they had Harry Potter Unite, and then they had Monster Hunter Now.
Okay, there we go.
But Ingress was the other one that was like, it was like the starter for all of these like worldly games. Yeah. They got you out in the world and walked around. Wow, that's crazy, huh? I wonder how like Nintendo feels about that. I mean, obviously they were okay with it. Otherwise, it wouldn't go through.
They're probably in the deal in terms of we get so much percentage of that shit.
Yeah, they're like, make the game successful, man. Let's fucking make money.
Get some more people on that. Just funnel them in.
Pokemon Go's. I still open it from time to time.
All right.
Especially now that I can.
Has it? I'm assuming it's gotten obviously. Has it dipped at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's nowhere near.
I would assume. I would say 2020, but I almost want to say 2021 would be its peak, but I could be wrong about that because I would think it'd hit that tail end right there.
I think you're right. It was either 2020 or 2021.
But if you were there year one, I feel like that's where my peak was, at least, because those moments were fucking epic. Because everyone was talking about it. People are getting fucking hit by cars at this point because they're just walking in the street, not giving a shit, fucking just capturing gyms.
Yep, we had literal crowds running around the Capitol here, and it was.
I love it.
That was so fun. I remember, and like I remember seeing videos of it and being like, "There's like, sure, right." And then we went to like our first like meet. There was like 100 people, and everybody's just yelling, "There's a Snorlax over there!" And just a whole crowd of like 40, 50 people just took off running. And I was like, holy shit, this is like out of a fucking movie. Like the fuck?
This needs to be a documentary.
Super
my favorite
cool,
moment ever was around like, I think we were out at like 10:30 or something like that. Me and my roommate at the time, because there was a gym within walking distance of like 2 blocks or whatever it was.
Yep.
So we go walk over there, and there was a car already pulled up next to it.
Already fighting it too, probably.
Yeah, we see it spinning. So that means they're get some action on it.
Yep.
And then so it changes, and the car does a U-turn and it's driving down the road. And by the time we're within reach of the gym, as soon as we can access it, we're just tapping our screen, just waiting, tapping our screens. And then it's like, all right, now we're the ones fighting it, claiming it, all that other stuff.
What team?
We captured. I want to say the red one.
You were red.
Yeah.
It's
been a hot minute. Were you blue?
Yeah, I was blue. Mystic.
Do you know anyone that was yellow?
Yeah, but I mean, we don't talk about
souls.
them. Yeah, we don't talk about them.
I love how no matter what game, there's always a faction that's just like,
Yeah.
I feel for you.
Yep. Yep.
You're like, what did I do wrong?
Like
It's just a color.
in my town, there was maybe like 10 yellow players, and the red and blue are almost evenly split. I think there was a few
Yeah.
more blue than there was red. I think it was like uh probably like 45% and like 40% or something like that, and then the other percentage was
It was like
yellow.
it was the one like commonality is like, oh, what team are you? Blue? Oh, what team are you? Red? You start like giving each other a glare. You're like, hey, at least we're not yellow.
Yep, exactly. Oh man, such a
Those freaking memes of like yellow just eating crayons over there, or whatever kind of crap people
yep.
would make. Just good God.
Yep. Well, we're the geniuses.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it somehow makes this better. But yeah, we're tapping on the gym, doing our job, and then we finally flip it. So we flip it over to red or whatever it is, and we're walking back, and we see that same car.
No
just
way.
Brake lights. They- so-
He's got it open on his lap, just like
a block down or whatever, not enough to, because it's a straight shot, so it's not like we'd miss the car. So yeah, brake lights. And we like, as we're like halfway already back to the apartment, he's turned around and he's again, boom, stopped where he needs to be. I'm like, good God.
That's awesome though.
I'm like, that's how much of an incentive people had back then. They're just like, we got to get the gyms because there's only a select few. And not only that, that's where because I remember my buddy, him and his buddy would drive around. And yeah, because at certain times you could have like basically Pokemon maps.
Yep.
And it would tell you what time you might see, like a Bulbasaur at this location at this time. It should, spawn in here.
That was when things were a little less random too. Like it was almost guaranteed.
Yeah, it was guaranteed. So it's like, all right, at this point, because you like have that pulled up on the side. You're like, okay, supposedly we should start seeing these ones around here. It's like, oh my goodness, dude. Oh man, there's this. People are so into it, and I've fucking loved it.
That sucks too, because that'll never be back like that.
No, because that was the point where it didn't matter who you were. You could ask anyone and be like, yo, what team are you? And it's just like they knew exactly what you were talking about.
It was pretty
break rooms, all that stuff.
It was pretty strong like that too for like, I think it was like at least 2 years. It was pretty like heavily played.
Oh yeah. Freaking Anchor and all the other stuff probably loved it because they were getting battery banks probably sold left and right, I would assume.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had
people
multiple
in parks and stuff.
Yeah, I had multiple portable battery packs. Man, that really takes you back. Me and and then like it had its down dip, and then at the resurgence, me and Heather would go for walks like every weekend or so, and we did that for roughly like a year. And at that time I was like the raid leader for this county, because because the resurgence happened and there was like quite a few more people playing, but there still wasn't very many in this county. So like I would organize the raids in this area, and we would go around and raid with like 10 other people, but I had 3 different accounts. So I know my main one's at like level 40 or something like that, I think, and then I had like a level 30 and a level like 27 or something, and they would just be like helping the fight, so we guarantee the beat. Okay. But yeah, that was fun. I burnt myself out though, because like people would be like, yo, can you come help me raid? So I'd jump in my car at like whatever time of day it was, drive over there with my 3 phones, and I'd be like, yeah, we got this, let's just knock it out.
Oh man, I would say 3 accounts, yeah, that's a lot to keep up on.
It was fun though. That was a lot of fun. Damn.
Talk about community, that's for sure.
Yeah, that community kind of died though.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
speaking of some future games here, because you were talking about that future game show, did you see the Firebreak trailer by chance?
Are you looking at the list right now?
Yeah.
So are you watching
it seems pretty wild.
Are you watching the trailer for it?
Yeah.
Here, let me pull up your stream real quick.
Is that HD? That is technically HD. Interesting.
I'm gonna pull you up real quick.
But no, it's made by the same.
Oh yeah, this looks sick.
Made Control, and so I have it. It's on Steam and all that stuff right now to be wishlisted. So I definitely did. It's just interesting in terms of all like the post-it notes. I
Hmm.
guess from what I could tell in the description a little bit, it seems like you can just get just engulfed in the post-it notes,
Yeah,
and
this
it's
one
just
looked
funny
dope.
because honestly, Remedy and the same team who made the finals, um, I feel like they kind of made, I don't know, look wise and everything. They almost kind of made the same game mechanics. I'll tell, like that's just what it seems like.
Hmm. Hmm. I
Because
see
just the
that.
way the gun shoot, and the
Well,
environment
and
reacts to
just like
everything.
the details on the characters and such.
Yeah. But no, this looks like an interesting time in terms of like, all right, we got to make it through, and we got to obviously almost like in the like whole like Left for Dead kind of vibes too a little
Hmm.
bit. So
Yeah, almost like a wave clear kind of thing.
yeah, because yeah, this is Remedy's first crack at a multiplayer game, and I think they're gonna do just fine, just based off the trailer at least.
Yeah, this one
So
looks sick. Did you watch the trailer for the other one yet?
which one? Which one are we looking at?
The one that I told you about at the start of the stream.
Oh, Painkiller or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
All right, let me pull it up
I'll watch it with you.
on Steam or whatever. Not. Let's see. There we go.
Thought it looked pretty good.
Don't need that.
By the way, does it list the price on Steam?
For which one? Painkiller?
Yeah, no, it does not yet.
No, it's just fall 2025. And that's why I was like, dude, instant Doom. Like, how is this not
Yeah,
a ripoff? I guess per se, but again, it's a compliment.
Oh yeah, it just gives you that kind of like demonic vibe, and then the way that things blow up and die.
Which is gonna be chaotic as shit. And
Yeah,
the fact that it's co-op is gonna be way epic, though.
Oh yeah, that's the one
Like,
thing
I
I felt like
almost-
Doom was missing.
Yeah.
Like, did you see that move? He like charged him and beat him with his like. It looks like it's gonna feel like Doom.
Well, a lot of people are. Yeah, you're gonna have everyone's gonna be rocking different weapons and
Mm-hmm.
play styles and whatever, not give or take.
Like,
Yeah,
look at that.
2025.
That guy looked like he was straight up from Doom.
Yeah, that's definitely wish listed for sure.
Yeah, that one looked
Saber
cool.
Interactive.
And then we should watch
It's Unreal Engine. It'll look fantastic too.
We should watch the trailer for Kingsmaid real quick.
Oh yeah, God, that shit's hilarious.
Dude, it looks great.
Do I not have it? Oh, okay.
Deathground looked pretty cool too.
Kings. Oh, there we go.
Kingmakers actually is not Kingsmaid.
There we go. I just love it because it's like, oh, it's a medieval game. Sweet, it's like chivalry. You're just gonna be swinging swords and everything, and build this, and that, and all of a sudden just comes through with a freaking car. I'm like, oh my god! You know what? It's actually a good test for what would this be? CPU based for the most part.
Yeah, probably because you have so many assets rendering and moving. Much the way that they described it was it's like Age of Empires crossed with what did they say? I can't remember exactly.
Days Gone.
Yeah, kind of. It looks like it's gonna be so fun, just like a fun like game to just get on and fuck around. I hope it's multiplayer.
Oh, yeah, because I think it is. Let me look at it. I'm on their page right now. Because in a weird way, I'm so curious what their story is. Their storyline, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, single player and then online
co-op. Thank God, because this game would suck if it was just single player.
I almost think it'd probably be fine. Not this one, but I'm thinking like because I'm reverting back to Painkiller a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that one would be okay single player, but I almost want to say when games they allow for online co-op, like how is it not better?
Yeah, it's always better. I prefer to play games with people. There's only a few games that I would be like, okay, you're kind of annoying me. It's more those like like if I were to play Ghost of Tsushima with somebody, I'd probably get annoyed.
Yeah,
because you gotta sneak around a bunch.
That pulls you out from
the immersion
storyline. If that makes love the preview here. Finally, a medieval war game featuring pickup trucks and AR-15s.
And fucking
The genre has
tanks.
peaked. It's all downhill from here.
It doesn't get
That
much
is
better than
awesome.
this, boys.
In such a weird way too, because let's see, planned release date Q2 2025. We gotta be creeping up on that then. So this is a summertime game then, for the most part.
It should be coming up like in the next like I don't know what 4 months or so.
Yeah, around Well, in a weird way, because this seems, to my eyes and everything, just watching this gameplay, this seems such like an early access style of kind of game too.
Something that they'll give us a little early. Is that what you mean?
That's well, in terms of like, this isn't version 1. If this ends up being version 1.0, I'd be actually kind of surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to games being like, oh, this is early access, because especially with a game like this, it being open world, it'd be like, oh, we added this weapon now, or we added this in here now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Something that's not going to be fully released when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I agree.
Hell, if it runs any goddamn, that
Tiny
gameplay
build
alone looks pretty smooth.
What else have they released? I'm just curious.
Let's see if it.
You can take a look.
You go. Yeah.
Ooh, I know Deadside.
Oops. Is this by them or is this okay?
I know Deadside.
Oh, they're.
Deadside's the only game I know.
VR for Hello Neighbor.
Wait, are these all their games?
I don't know. That's some hard.
I don't think they did Hello Neighbor. The fuck?
Let me click on it. No, developer Dynamic Pixels. Oh, they were the publisher though.
Oh, okay.
Does it show what kind of games they did?
Did they do Deadside? Will you click on that one real quick?
Let's see. No, it's Bad Pixel.
Okay. Yeah.
So it seems like they publish a lot though. Yeah.
So is this like the first game that they're actually making? Either way, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to navigate Steam on that perspective, but I could always type it in over here in terms of a Wikipedia will probably let me know. But let's see, Tiny Build. What did you do?
Tell us what you did.
Oh, they're from Washington too. They were founded in the Netherlands, but yet their headquarters is in Washington. Interesting.
I mean, that's cool.
Okay.
We take those.
Yeah. Studios. So those are all the studios. Bad Pixel. Yeah. So they've done that. Games developed. We just clicked on Hello Engineer, but okay. And published by Tiny Build. How does that?
No, we clicked on Hello Neighbor, didn't we?
Yeah. Stealth game developed by Dynamic Pixels and published by Tiny Build. How do they get credit for developed if they published it?
Interesting.
Huh. Okay.
The other game that I thought looked interesting was Deathground, because it's like
what is that one?
It's an
online.
It's an online co-op game that has like dinosaurs.
Oh shush.
I want to play Death Stranding, but I want it to be like $10 when I play it.
Is that the one that gets criticism for being a Amazon simulator?
Yeah. I wanted to.
I didn't watch this second trailer, or not the second trailer, but the second version of that game, since that got a trailer for it.
Yeah, I just got alerted that
their art style is ridiculous in Death Stranding and the second one.
Yeah, I thought this looked cool though, because it's a solo co-op survival horror game where you're facing dinosaurs.
Play into that Jurassic Park kind of aspect of it.
Yeah, it looks like they're growing embryos right there and shit. You just got eaten.
Ride the dinosaurs?
I hope so. That'd be sick.
Just tame them.
But now we're just playing Ark Survival.
I know, right? The fine line.
That's it.
Murdered.
Is that holding alcohol? The fuck?
Dude, you'd be dead.
Yeah, you'd be so dead. I thought that
Darn, that kind of sucks.
I
Release
thought that
date coming soon. Oh, it says 2025 though. Okay.
I thought that looked cool though. It looks like you can have
Which
up to 4
means
players.
December 31st then, if they're not willing to put a month or quarter on it just yet.
I think that was like there was a few others.
I guess let me just click on the goddamn thing. I guess that they're doing. If there's anything that catches my eye. Coming soon.
I think.
Oh, it's Painkiller. Okay.
I think Animal Use Protocol was interesting. I don't remember.
That's a one to watch. That'll be a freaking Game Pass thing.
Which one?
South of Midnight. If I even think about playing it, kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what was that?
Isn't Adamfall a survival one? I think it is.
What was that one side scroller game that like I was like, wow, that looks sick.
Was it from the showcase?
Yeah. Was it Hell Clock? It might have been Hell Clock.
Oh, interesting. Is it like it almost looks just okay, action RPG, so what we got? Diablo-esque.
Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah, I'm like scrolling through it, and luckily they play the. Oh my god! No wonder why I wish listed this.
Oh, you can see the future game show is on the store right now.
Yeah, like you can click on it and it'll show you the stuff. Have you ever seen Mecha Break though?
Yeah, I saw it. I think I saw it during the showcasing. Did I not? Was it featured
again just to get my? Well, at least it shows it was. Open beta announcement. When? Now I've piqued my own interest.
Damn, I'm on the
Global Storm open beta is now live on the 23rd. Oh my god, I'm a month behind. Concludes. Oh my god, we'll be ending on March 16th. Damn, I'm so good on timing.
Where the hell did you find that? I'm looking for it right now.
Well, I typed in one of the games, the dinosaur game.
Oh, what was that called again?
And then it was up.
Deathground.
Deathground. And then it was up top. And so I was like, oh, let me click on it and see what happens.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Lost Rift looked kind of cool, but I don't think I'd ever play it. Painkiller looks sick.
Good God, this is giving me. I love flying games, and I love like Anthem, what it wanted to be, and this is. Oh man, this is hitting all the notes for me.
Which one?
The Mecha Break. Flying around, shooting rockets, and you're literally what I wanted Transformers to be. This looks wild. Basically Gundam too, I guess. I guess it basically is Gundam. So.
Okay, yeah, it was Animal Use Protocol that looked kind of cool. Yeah, I played a lot of like Mech Assault and Mech Warrior. So when I saw that, I was like, yo, yeah. That really fits in. That jives.
Whoa, this is a freaking exploration open world and flight. Talk about a flow state game. You were, what the hell? Oh my god, this is straight flow state. You're literally a paper ball that can turn into a paper airplane.
Oh yeah, it is Pioneer. Pioneer. That actually looked pretty cool too.
Okay. Fold, glide, and deliver your message in the semi-open world paper plane adventure. Yeah, it's a flow state and a half on that one. Hey, if it has a good soundtrack, then it'll work.
Fucking A.
Last Caretaker.
There we go.
Interesting.
That way I can view it here and actually
so
add stuff to my wish list. Dude, they actually announced, they showed a lot. A lot of these weren't announcements. Like obviously, Kingsmaker wasn't an announcement. That had already been shown.
So hit or miss on Expedition 33 It's almost one of those games
So
I want to try just because it looks graphically amazing, but at the same time, I've never been. But I don't know. For some reason, Pokemon counts, but it doesn't in my head. For some reason, I've never been like a turn based kind of play style.
wasn't there already an expedition game too for like the PlayStation?
I don't remember.
I feel like there was. I bet you if I click on it and go to publisher, it'll show
Is
me
this
something.
available now? Oh, it's soon, within a month almost. They already have it 10% off, which is interesting. The fact
Expedition?
that this game alone is going to be only 50 instead of your typical 60 or whatever not is impressive. But then again, it's already going to be on Game Pass as well. That's the thing.
I guess that's all they've developed.
So
I swear there was another
I
expedition
wonder
game.
how long it is.
I'm probably thinking of something different.
Yeah, one thing I kind of like, I noticed it. I don't think Steam does this because obviously you could obviously go to the site itself. But I noticed on Game Pass the other day, I was scrolling through some games just to see what to download and what to mess with and blah blah blah. Because again, you were talking about, at this point in life, whatever not, time is valuable.
Time is money, baby.
I gotta have some intent with my games. I'm gonna sit down for honestly hours at this point, and what I want to dive into. They have time to beat in Game Pass, which is nice.
Do they?
Yeah, so you'll scroll down and be like, oh, how long do I, am I expected to play this game if I want to beat it? And it'd be like, oh, you have, this is a 3-hour adventure, or this is, this much. So I'm like, that's kind of nice. And they have not only that, but
super helpful.
Again, time to beat. It's like, all right, if you want to be a completionist, it's going to take you this many hours, on average, blah blah blah. So it's like that is very nice. I like that because I was looking at what the hell is it called? What the hell is that called? Senya's Blade, hell something.
Oh,
What is? Oh man, I'm gonna lose it if I don't figure it out.
Hellblade, is it not?
Oh, okay, yeah, Hellblade 2. There we go.
Yeah.
But I was looking to see how long it would take to beat, and it was like I think it showed like 7 hours or something.
That's
I was
it.
like, oh, I know. I was like, that's not long at all. Because at least for me in my head, I'm almost thinking at this point in time, if it shows, I think 35 at the most, in my opinion.
Hours?
Yeah. Depending on the game, I guess. Because multiplayer, I don't count because that just stacks up, and that's an in and out kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if I look at my Steam plays, obviously I have Halo alone. Like Infinite was at the hundreds of hours kind of mark. But I think for a story, in a sense, I'm almost thinking 35-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right on that.
But
I
don't know. As much as these like live service games try to be, a story forever kind of thing, I'm like, dude, I just get tired of it.
I don't like that. I want the story to end eventually. I want to see like I'm a winner.
I want to see the end goal. Yeah.
I want to see me beat the final boss.
Exactly.
Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play Hogwarts Legacy too?
Oh, if that comes up for sure.
Oh yeah. I think it's already confirmed, is it not?
Well, no, but yes. And the reason why I say that is because I think Warner Bros is on. Oh, I wouldn't say they're on like their deathbed in a sense, but they're on high alert. How about that?
Yeah. What happened? Did I miss something?
Well,
I might have missed something.
No, in terms of besides Harry Potter, what else they got popping for him right now?
It's true.
Suicide Squad, shit the bed.
Yep, died hard.
That was their 10-year game, and that didn't happen. And then whatever the Justice League or shit was.
Oh yeah. With all the movies and such. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, not just the movies. What was the?
Oh, fight the Justice League or whatever.
Yeah, they tried killing off Batman basically.
Or kill the Justice League.
Yeah, that thing. That one, I'm pretty sure I consider that one a flop. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't even remember hearing anything about that game, so it must have been bad.
Yeah, and so besides Harry Potter and the way it ended too, like it still left it open for that second piece. So honestly, I
there's no way they don't. There's no way they don't.
because
it
that's your bread and butter.
yeah, it was too
You
good.
you found something, you keep that, and you pay. If anything, you pay those devs more. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. You know what you do? You go back and make just regular Batman games. Arkham
Yes.
Asylum. Let's go back.
Isn't Rocksteady supposed to be making a Superman one?
Yeah. Actually, I think you're right.
Was.
So
So,
Rocksteady solid.
but they are when they're given direction, which that's not on them for Suicide and whatever. Not that's Warner Brothers bullshit. So,
Well, okay, hold on. While there were rumors and fan speculation, Rocksteady Studios never worked on a Superman game. They've pitched
damn,
working on
the
a
power of the
Superman game,
fans.
but they've never worked on one.
Oh, okay, interesting.
That's kind of sad.
That's so funny how fans can just be like, "Oh yeah, Superman, dude, they're doing it." And be
It
like,
happened. Check it out.
guys, are we making Superman? I'm getting told through Twitter we're making Superman.
Are we doing this?
I don't know.
I mean,
don't
I'll
know who
do
started
it,
this
but
shit. Yeah,
I didn't know I was supposed
Fuck it,
to.
I'll do it.
That's so funny.
That's the hard part though too. Studios at a certain point get trapped in, I guess under their own name, if that makes sense.
They do.
The perfect example off the top of my head is Bungie.
Yeah.
So
Like, and do you mean that in a sense of like something's expected of them because of
Yep.
their name?
Yep.
Another
Yep.
one is CD Projekt Red.
Yep. CD Projekt Red.
Greatness is just expected.
I don't know how they. I feel like people still hold them to the high standards, which is fine. Hold a dev to standards because you want them to hopefully meet it.
Mhm.
But BioWare, people
Oh,
are
yeah.
just
Mass Effect.
stuck. Yeah, they're just stuck on
Yeah.
them. Be like, oh, those are the Mass Effect guys, and it's like, dude, they got Anthem got shat on.
Yep.
Like Mass Effect 4 and this and Andromeda, whatever. Not like,
Mhm.
dude, Dragon Age, all this other stuff. It's like, you have the name, but the devs come with it.
Yep. The
And
quality is
it's-
just not. Yeah.
And those devs usually go elsewhere. They venture off, do whatever their own thing.
Yep.
Hell, at this
Or they're
point-
just done.
or they're late. Yeah, or unfortunately at this point in time they get laid off. But
Mhm.
but that name stays around. So
Mhm.
at that point, fans are like, "Oh, it's BioWare." It's like
It's not
no,
the
no, no,
same
no, no.
people though.
It's not the same as like in a sense of movie. This isn't
Mhm.
like you're holding the same standard for game devs or game company name as you are director of a movie. Like, oh, Christopher Nolan,
Or
we know what
actors
to
of a
expect
movie.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what to expect of Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool.
Yep.
But it's
Yep.
like that's not Ryan Reynolds anymore. Like that kind of shit. Like
Yeah. It's that's funny because that's true. Like kind of I was saying it with Nintendo earlier. We know to expect. We were actually of Mario. Like we just expect the excellent. Most likely
Which
it will be. Most likely it will be excellent, but you know.
yeah. Well, God, they've had that. It is a market. It is a management thing, honestly. And I want to
But-
say for Mario, they've had the same head person since almost
Mhm.
I want to say day one. But
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
On the other hand,
So.
I expect shit from Game Freak, and they give me shit, and I buy it. So I guess they're doing exactly what I expect. You know what I mean? I expect garbage. I get garbage.
You want me to
I still
trade
buy
my
it.
hard-earned money for this piece of shit? We sprinkled some
Magic
some
fairy
confetti
dust.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, some fucking.
Give me your
So-
money.
We sprinkled some fucking middle fingers on it. You better like it, bitch. Like fuck, dude. I guess I'll
Oh,
buy it
man.
here.
Here,
You're
take
gonna raise
my
the price,
money.
$80. Okay, here you go.
You're
It's
never gonna go
Pokemon.
on sale. Yeah,
It's
you're never gonna go
Pokemon.
on sale.
Dude,
dealers
I
gotta
know.
crack dealers gotta make some money.
There's a few games for the Switch that I really wanted to play. Astral Chain is one of them, and it's never gone below $40. I think the lowest it's gotten is like $45.
That was probably the accident too.
Yeah, yeah, it probably was. Like fuck, dude. I really wanted to play it, but I knew I wasn't gonna like play it all the way. I wanted to get it for like $20.
Yeah.
I still think
Oh,
it's like fucking $45, $50.
No, goodness.
Nintendo, man.
Devs. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Let's see.
No. That's all we had off the top of my head and on the list and all other stuff.
$51. So. Anyway.
51 still? Okay.
Yeah.
Do they show it on sale?
Well, it's on Amazon right now. $51.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's crazy. Yeah. I think I'm good though, man. It was a good week.
All caught up. See if by this time, well, I guess what we got next week, maybe get a release date for that Pixel 9a, but still,
that would be hype.
They do it in April. I always don't like it when, whether it be devs or companies in general, Google especially, whatever, not when they're like, oh yeah, we'll give you a month. Okay, what day we thinking? The month. We can decide. You know, the last of April, April 1st, even though that'd probably be a horrible idea.
$60 on the Nintendo eStore. Shop. Jesus fuck. Anyway, sorry. I had to look that up. Yeah, hopefully we get that release date though. I'm looking forward to it.
What game are you looking at?
Astral Chain.
Yeah, I'm just curious of something.
Are you looking for is there a deal?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, has been. Oh man.
After like 2 years of watching the price, I just gave up. So I haven't even looked at it in like years. And it's still $60 fucking on their store. That's crazy.
Does it not even show up? Oh, it's just taking a sweet time.
I don't know if we talked about this at all, but what do you think of the new Monster Hunter game?
See, I don't know why, but I'm just not a fan of those games. Because to me, which makes sense, most other games are, like whether it be FPS or whatnot, is literally creating the best build that you can possibly.
Like Elden Ring or
well, just like any other long-term game. Like, I don't know. It's just not. I don't feel the need to grind for that.
You mean like giving out the gear and the experience, all that.
Yeah,
it gets annoying.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of games, though, here I'll let you finish your thing while I search this up. You're good.
I want to like it because a game that I've always wanted was a game where you just go around and you hunt like the world's mythical creatures without like no bullshit. You know, like you just go out and you hunt them. Like I can go and kill Sasquatch, or like go and kill Nessie, and like.
Dude, can you imagine if someone made a game where it was Urban Legends or whatever? Not.
Yeah, that'd be hype. That'd be so hype.
That'd be crazy.
And then like there's like a dragon in a volcano somewhere that I can kill too. Like I thought that would. But I played
that or Power World, I guess, but
I think Monster Hunter Generation was the last one, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and I played that one, but I could not get into it. I don't know what it was, but it was just not. It was not jiving with me.
Like I want to say we talked about this last time. I could be wrong, but
might have.
Have you seen Jump Ship?
No.
So it's the easiest way to explain it would be Sea of Thieves in space.
Oh.
But the cool piece about this is that you can actually fly your ship and also like use jetpacks and grapple hooks to kind of get to other ships as well, and land on planets to get some gear, whatever, not blah blah blah. But like, this is what I've always wanted, almost in a sense, in a weird way, kind of Destiny to be ish. So it's like, dude, just give me the ability to fly, do this, and that.
Oh, it looks like
it looks interesting.
Oh. Yo, this does look hype.
2025, coming soon to early access.
Okay,
which
so
I'm almost thinking early access is $30 at most.
You got to build your ship, just like Sea of Thieves. Well, not just like, but it looks like you got to take care of your ship. Like they were putting out a fire where in Sea of Thieves you'd be like bucketing out water.
Yep.
Are these other ships like player ship?
I believe they can be, yeah. Obviously, you'll have some PvE stuff as well, but
And then
yeah, you can do that, and also you can. They said, I guess for solo play, it wouldn't be actually too bad because you could get kind of like an R2D2 esque kind of AI thing
that's
where
cool.
it'll help you shoot stuff down and this and that. So.
Oh, okay. And then you go to planet to do your missions, or AKA like scavenge resources for like supplies to build, I assume.
Yeah, I think upgrade. I would probably say upgrade your ship.
And
I think is the
most
goal.
Currency, I assume as well.
Yeah, because where is? I don't know if they're gonna show it in this one. Let me fast forward a bit. They had a grid. Where's this grid at?
Oh, I saw the grid on the map, or on the wall of the ship.
Yeah, so that thing. So that's a grid for upgrades.
Yeah, it was like somewhere towards the beginning. That looked dope. That's where I really got like the Sea of Thieves feel. Power grid right here.
Yeah, yep, exactly that.
Aux generator.
Jump drive. You can put it on there. All that other stuff. So
I'm curious. Okay, hold on. Go back real quick because this really gives you the HUD. No, this is probably your ship stat. I'm curious if there's gonna be like survival game aspects in this as well, where you have to like watch certain attributes of your astronaut, like oxygen and such.
Maybe if you take maybe so much damage or something. It seemed a little bit more arcadey than having to worry about that stuff, just based off like grappling hook to other ships and jetpacking over there to do so.
Yeah, that looked cool. Whoa, I didn't expect sound.
But it does look dope. And in terms of, obviously, live service games are another job and a half. It seems like one that you could kind of jump into without having to worry too much about falling behind and kind of take at your own pace if you really wanted to.
Yeah, that looks sick.
But it does seem kind of cool, just something to kind of progress through.
It looks cool. It looks better than Anthem. It looks like it took like pieces of Anthem too.
Yeah, just man, being able to. The hard part for me, I think I'd get used to it, is as soon as you get into any vehicle of some sort. Typically, it's the flying ones. I'm like, ooh, do I use controller? But I think I would still stick with the M and K on this one.
Yeah, because it would be too difficult to switch back and forth.
Yeah, which is hilarious because last night I tried playing and I didn't know it was a roguelite.
He's eating a slice of pizza. I wonder if that.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, your health. Oh, that's probably your health meter.
Oh my god, that scared me. That looks dope though. Yeah, that looks dope.
It's funny because what it reminded me of was that super expensive game, Star Citizen.
Oh yeah,
or whatever, not, you know what I mean? So it's like, no, it seems I'd be stoked to fly the ship and just like, all right, boys, what are we doing?
Dude, people dump money into Star Citizen too, right? Because it's
yeah, millions of billions or whatever it's at. So
yeah,
it just looks like the environment looks freaking beautiful and gameplay looks fun. So
yeah, look
definitely dope. It's on the wish list for sure. And with it being early access, I'm thinking it'll be $30 at most, which that'll be dope.
Yeah, I hope so.
And that's when I feel like early access games are okay in my mind to kind of get that support going off the ground.
I love early access because generally you'll get it for cheaper than it will be at full access.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, like if it's like a $50 game, they'll sell it to you for like $25.
Upgrade, maintain, repair, fly with a crew, go solo, go on and off the ship, jump across the universe. No two runs will be exactly the same, so you're kind of getting almost in a sense No Man's Sky kind of vibes. That's what I'm getting off of that.
I enjoyed No Man's Sky too.
But engage in intense battles on ground and in space. Always keep your ship upgraded and intact. Yeah, so it just makes So honestly, I'm kind of curious what which again, trailers or the game itself will explain what the hell our main mission is. But
like what your goal
you said,
is.
yeah, what is my overall goal? Is it to just keep upgrading the ship, or is it to like get to a certain point?
Man, when you lose a goal in a game, you just lose all motivation.
Oh yeah, I'm like, for me, I have to have progress on something.
Yeah.
Something. If not, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yep, exactly. Like that's where I get.
Who am I?
that's where I get in these like survival games that I'll play. Like I'll have a goal. Okay, I need to hit this level so I can now use this piece, and then I'll dump all the hours in, get to that level to be able to use that piece or be able to craft that one thing, and then I'm not done. There's more to do, but I'm done because there's nothing that I desire to do past that. So, because I got my goal. There's no real goal in the game. I got to my goal though. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, makes it rough. Ooh, Wreckfest 2?
So many wish lists.
I actually liked Wreckfest. Okay, well,
isn't that one out right now?
It's in early access right now. Yeah, I'll actually probably buy this because I just like derby games. It was fun. My uncle used to derby too.
It's a hot minute since I've played a game that prioritizes just
destroying,
wrecking shit. Yeah.
What was the last one for you?
Oh man. Well, I guess Finals somewhat counts, but in terms of a driving game, the one that just comes to my mind off the rip is well, there's Burnout, but no, it was called Split Second. I remember playing that demo. I don't think I ever bought the game fully, honestly. I remember playing the demo over and over and over, over again, because it would have one level on there, and it was just do the loop. But you could like you get so many power ups or whatever it was, and you could trigger something to like change the map a little bit.
That's on PC.
And yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. I actually never played that one. I would have expected Burnout.
No, that's the one that comes to mind. The only other stuff in terms of like destruction, I'm thinking like Skate, when you had those.
Oh yeah.
Skate, you'd have those like ragdoll moments, and you could see how much carnage you could do to your own body and stuff.
How many bones you could break and shit.
Yep.
You take a really far jump.
Yeah. Just Assassin's Creed the shit out of it.
That was like a mode too, wasn't it? That you could like. Yeah. Yeah. That was cool. That was cool.
Let's see. So is this? Honestly, I never played the first one.
Which one?
Head-to-head battles as you tear apart. Oh, Wreckfest.
Oh yeah, the first one was fun. I just, dude, you build your derby car and shit. That was cool.
So obviously the whole goal is to get first. I'm assuming just like any other race, but at the same time you could just wreak havoc.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Online PvP too. I was destroying people.
Just screwing people up.
Yeah, and in the first one you could do like, if I remember correctly, there was like lawnmower.
I love the Hot Wheel tracks.
You had like lawnmower races too. I wonder if they have. Yeah, right here. The first one had lawnmower races. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. THQ Nordic, man, they're like a sleeper. I don't really hear much about them, but they're a sleeper.
Mostly positive. Let's see. What's the most recent feedback off this?
For Wreckfest 2?
Yeah. No minimum. Recently posted. 17 hours on the game. It's a work in progress, but in early stages, it's incredibly fun and visually impressive.
Nice. Yeah, I actually am gonna just buy this right now. Actually, it's on sale, so.
Oh yeah, true. 20% or whatever right now. Early access.
Yeah, because when I got the first Wreckfest, I spent $50 for it, I think. So I was like, dude, Derby. I was looking for something. So I used to play a game all the time on the PlayStation called Demolition Derby. And I was looking for a game that resembled that, and this was the thing that was the closest. And then I was like, oh, this is fun.
5 tracks, 1 derby arena, 1 test track, 4 cars. Features single and 24 people multiplayer, racing and derby modes.
Yo, it's only 11 gigs or 12 gigs.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Let's see. May is their first patch when they update stuff, and then whenever they decide to do the full release.
They updated the first Wreckfest for a long time too, so I don't see them like dropping support for this anytime soon.
No, yeah, and I feel like 1.0 versions take, what would you say, year and a half, 2 years, minimum.
Long time.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's our night, man. I think that's our night in tech.
Yeah.
You got anything else you'd like to add?
Everything's gonna be a PC, so yeah, you'll be able to play your games anywhere, unless it's PlayStation.
Everything's gonna be a PC, and the EU is like, fuck you, Apple.
You will bend to our will. Bend the knee, Apple. Bend the knee.
Keep doing it. Keep shoving it right in them. They deserve it.
And on that note, we will end there.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
All right, take it easy, guys.